die hard, to the community, you know what I mean? It's a community because we're serving, we're serving, we're not here just for ourselves, like we're serving. That's what it is. Like we've got to serve the community. Like we've actually got to serve the community, bro. Like that's how it's got to be. Okay. No, it's gonna. We're just getting started. Hey there, Tenny. Hope you're doing well. How are you? We're just getting started. I think you're the first one here. That's willow right there. That's willow. That's a willow tree. So I've never touched willow at night because willow is massive. Willow is massive, y'all. Willow, this tree right here, this is probably the most massive tree I've ever seen. Hey there, John. I'm doing great at work. How are you? Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know, the other day I started my live early. I love it when people tune in from work. For some reason, I love it. Because I remember when I used to work, I just used to tune into like lives and channels I used to resonate with and I didn't feel alone. So this is the closest I've ever been to willow at nighttime. Okay, because willow, this is a massive, I swear to God, this is a very, very, very massive tree. And I'm not joking. At nighttime, I go alone. I go to places, I go to forests in the dark. But this tree, y'all, this tree is massive, y'all. I swear to God, it is massive, okay? And I feel the presence of this tree, y'all. I feel it on such a deep level. Hi, can you talk about Leon Payne? His was born on 29th, which is 11, who's sensitive. How are your son? Hey there, FIFA. Yeah. Yo, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. For us 11s to be famous, it's not easy. Okay? Now, Liam, he's in 11. Okay? He's in 11. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now, bro. And I'm not saying, like, I am kind of popular, okay? I'm telling you, being popular, like a lot of the celebrities that you look at now, that guy, there's so much shit. There's so many, first of all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think it's really pathetic that they're exposed. Like, why, if someone has I don't know what's happening with him, whatever's happening with him, okay, with Liam, okay? But why do y'all have to expose someone's private life, y'all? Why do y'all have to expose someone? Almost everyone has something going on in their life, okay? None of us are angels, y'all. For me, I looked at the news, I'm like, yo, these guys are really talking about this? Like, they're saying what was in his blood. Bro, why would y'all even say that, y'all? Like, I actually don't get it. Hey there, Alicia. If you're an 11 life path, put a 1 in the chat. We're just getting started. We just started very recently. So put a 1 in the chat. Let everyone know. Hey 11s, how are you? Happy Scorpion season. One love, one heart. Yeah, Scorpion season. I love it. It's beautiful right now. Okay. So for me, when I looked at like what's going on with Liam and like everything, bro, like, and did y'all know that there's a girl that predicted his passing away? I swear to God, there's a girl on TikTok. 2 days before he passed away, she predicted his death. This is how y'all know we live in a simulation. Alicia, Tenny, John, welcome. This is how y'all know we live in a simulation. And now, when you're in 11, y'all, okay, when you're in 11 life path, I'ma just be honest, y'all. People want to be around you. People want to talk to you. People want to know who you are. People want to know what's up with you and everything. People love you, okay? But then there's people that are very envious of you. That's the truth. There's people that are very, very envious of you. It's not like, for us, a lot of times for us people, it's either someone loves us or it's completely opposite. Like, there's no really in between. There's not really like, there's no like, oh, like halfway, half-assed. No, it's not in between. It's either you really love us and you mess with us and you like to hang around with us, You know, we give you perspective, or it's either you don't like us. And especially even when you get a little bit of clout. Even, you know, y'all know, even when you get a little bit of clout, you know, a lot of people cannot fathom that. It hurts people when you get popular. For some reason, it's the truth. Okay, now that I am actually like recently like I don't want to really expose things, but recently some big things have been happening for me. You start to understand. You're like, oh shit, now I know. Now I know why. Bro, yo, I was listening to Billie Eilish. Okay, Billie Eilish said as soon as she got popular, this is one of the biggest singers in the world. Okay, she's like, as soon as she got popular, she lost all her friends, all except one. Okay, this is why a lot of us, we don't, I'm not saying y'all, but a lot of people don't ever do what they would need to do to make the best of both worlds. You know, a lot of people don't fear success, because success, bro, you lose people, bro. You start looking at the side of how people really are, bro, and it's scary, because you think you get money and everyone comes around. Yeah, everyone comes around. People do come around, but people come around and you see, like, with a clear eye view, you're like, oh shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you see things with a very clear eye view why people fuck with you. Straight up. You know, that's the thing. That's what's happened in our society. Okay, so we're just getting started at 11 life paths. It's like, I forget the days, straight up. I'm not even counting. I'm not even like, oh, well, I think it's a Tuesday today. At this point, I don't give a fuck what day it is anymore. Like, I don't care. Like, all the time, it's just all merging right now for me. All right, okay, we've got Alicia, we've got Henry in the building. So we've got John, Tenny, Afifa, we've got Henry, we got the OGs in the building. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know how you guys are doing. We're on the chat right now, you know. I hope everyone is doing well, y'all. So with Liam from One Direction, okay, he's born on the 29th, okay? Yeah, he is. Y'all have to know, man. Y'all have to know. Us 11s, bro, yeah, we sign up not for the easiest journey. It's just not easy, bro. Like, it's just not easy to be an 11, but it's beautiful because it comes with superpowers, bro. You just know shit. You just know a lot of shit. You just know you're charismatic and you have a lot of potential. The thing with us 11s is, like, we do 1/10 of the work and we get so much results. Like, we really can get results if we do something. You know, you reap what you sow. But a lot of people, right now, the world that we live in, bro, with all the technology, all the information, everything, no one wants to do anything, bro. Think about it. No one wants to do anything. Hope you're well to our salon. Henry, honestly, I'm pretty good. My vibration has not been at the top right now, but I'm okay. You know, I'm doing good. Even on my lows, like, I'm learning lessons and shit, but my energy recently has dropped. This full moon came, I don't know how many of y'all had a very difficult experience this full moon, bro. Like, it's like the full moon came and I just got slapped out. Like, straight up, the full moon energy was extremely potent. Like, it was extremely potent. This full moon, like, I was doing so good, and I still am, but as soon as the full moon came, I'm like, oh shit, like, I got challenged big time. I feel you. We're all in this together. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Us 11s, bro. Front runners, bro. This is like, you know, when you've seen in an army, right? The army, like, when you're in an army, you know, the people, or when you're in a military, right? The people that are the first ones to break down the door, it's 22s, 33s, and 11s. Those are the people, bro. Those are the people. And that's kind of what we're doing, bro. That's kind of what we're doing right now, like, with everything that's happening in the world right now. And another thing with Liam, man, you know, before he passed away, he was talking about, you know, he was on a show, and he talked about the parties and stuff. Like, I don't think he was talking about party, but he specifically mentioned Diddy. Okay, he specifically mentioned Diddy and something. Bro, like, y'all have to know, man. Y'all have to know something, bro. Yo, fame, a lot of and I'm not talking about Liam right now. I'm talking about in general now, okay? Some people, I know some 11s, they want to become musicians, okay? We love music. No one dances more than us, okay? We love dancing. We love music. We love music, okay? Some 11s want to become musicians, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a musician. But just know, if you want to be at the top right now, just know you got to pay a price. You got to pay a price. And I'm not sure how many of y'all want to pay that price, okay? Lots of cleansing and clearing. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was, Alicia. That's what it was. Like, it was a lot. I honestly, my vibration dropped this full moon by a lot. So I'm going to be picking back up. And the solar flares last night were crazy, bro. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know what time you guys sleep. I sleep around like 5 a.m. 5, 6 a.m. every night. Every night I'm sleeping around like 5, 6 a.m. I can't even sleep, you know what I mean? So I can't even sleep. Agreed, energy's heavy. It is. With these solar flares, and the thing is, like, we feel it a lot too. Today one of my students mentioned they tried to commit suicide 3 times, and what? And I had to let them know my life story is an 11. Ooh, it's a matter of choice. Oh man. So your student tried to, oh man. What did you, like, how was that angel hours, Arslan? Yo, man, like, see, that's the thing, man. This is, what do you, like, so your student tried committing suicide 3 times today. There you go, man. There you go, you know? See how they mentioned it to you too? Like they mentioned it to you? It's funny you say that. I wake up around 5:30 without an alarm for the past couple of days. Yeah, because you know what's going on? First of all, before I get to anyone, Alicia, I just want to say, I hear you. You know, I hear what happened to one of your students, and I have so much empathy over here. You know, this is the truth about today. A lot of people are suicidal. And the funny part is, no one even fucking knows. That if you have any thoughts of depression, like suicidal, please feel free to DM me, message me, you know, talk to me. You know, there are people that are like that. There are people that are suicidal right now, okay? I was listening to a guy, and he's on TikTok, and he's like, what's the point of living anymore? What's the point of this? What's the point of that? Because if you think about it, the dating market is fucked too. Okay, the dating market is fucked. The job economy for a lot of people right now, it's not looking good. It's not looking good, okay? So I'm sorry to hear, Alicia, whatever happened. You know, one of Alicia's students tried to attempt suicide. Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, let me get to the comments. Welcome constantly. So we've got Tenny saying, it's funny you say that. I wake up around 5. Exactly. Yeah, it's the solar flares at 5:30, Tenny. So what's happening is that these solar flares are starting to amplify so much, and they happen usually at nighttime. So people are losing sleep. A lot of people are losing sleep. Shakina, they need to. Exactly. Not to today. They just mentioned it to me today. 11s. Yep. It could happen. So Afifa said, you know, Arsalan, in Islam, the 13th, 14th, 15th day of the Hijri month, we fast because of the energy of the moon, and it is recommended. Yeah, I should. I honestly, I usually fast till 7 to 9 p.m. Almost every day I was fasting to 7 to 9 p.m. Okay, I fast long hours, but the thing with me is, as soon as I break my streak, I fuck up. So I have to carry on a streak. And for me, it's not even 14, 13, 17. For me, it's every day. I need to fast almost every day. I don't know how y'all feel. I know a lot of 11s that fast, by the way. A lot of you guys fast. So yeah, hi, sending big love. Thank you constantly. Same to y'all, man. Like, I feel like everyone, all of us just need to send a lot of love to one another. All of us, all of my life. If you're an 11, put a 11 in the chat. Let the whole tribe know you are here. You are with us. You're one with us. You're one with the tribe. You know, we're all in this together right now. We're all fighting all these energies that are on earth. We're embodying a lot of the energies. We're together right now. We're in the process of ascension. Okay, Alicia is one of Alicia's students, by the way, tried to commit suicide, and he told Alicia, you know, he told Alicia this, and you know, it's there's just a lot going on right now. Okay, so when the full moon, the ocean become a range. Yeah. Oh, there's a reason why during the full moon, like, yo, during the full moon, a lot of things change. A lot of things change during the full moon. This is why when the full moon energy comes, it's like, it's better if you can be at your highest peak energy during the full moon. That's the best thing. Because when you're not, you can literally start to, like, you can start to get very paranoid. Because when she got to do it, well, thank you. Happy to be here around all like-minded peeps. Exactly. We appreciate you being here, Henry. That is why the mid-month we become rage. We are related to the ocean. Yes, especially when you're in 11, because you're an ancient soul, right? You feel energy on a deep level. Okay, killer instincts. That's another video I have to make, and I'm gonna go deeper into killer instincts that 11 have. We have killer instincts. Killer, like, we know shit. How many of y'all tripped yourself out by, like, okay, the time is gonna be this when I look at the clock, and y'all look at the time and it's that time. It's that, out of all the times, it's that time. And it could be a number like 40, like you could just think of 43, like, right? You thought about 43 and you look at it's not even like, oh, I'm looking at 1111 or, oh, it's gonna be 111. Yeah, we do that. But it could just be a number. You look at the clock and it's that time. That's what you call a killer instinct. Like, you know, dude, like, you're the type of person, like, us 11s, we're the type of people that the CIA would hire easily. Easily they would hire you. Especially if you're tapped in. 11. Fasting is good. Rest is gratitude. Divine one. Yup. Gratitude's a big one. My Taurus hubby, who is such a steady hard worker, but he comes home like a different person, extremely tired. Yeah. You know what? It's for men right now, for a lot of us, for a lot, even the women, right now, they've made the society to such a place, you know, that now it's not like one person. In most homes, one person cannot be the working person. Unfortunately, you know, I don't know if y'all know this, the average American makes $38,000 a year. A lot of girls, like a lot of women, right? A lot of women like, yo, I want like him to be making $1 million a year, bro. Like, you're living in a fantasy, girl. You're living in a fantasy. $1 million, 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 foot, 6 figures, and 6 something that I don't want to say. 666. Is that the mark of the beast? I don't know. But a lot of people have some fucking weird expectations. I'm telling y'all, the workforce right now, they were getting taxed for men, right? They're like, why the fuck are we only taxing half the population? We need to tax these ladies that are just sitting at home and fucking protecting their children from our perversion. We need to fucking tax these ladies. Why are they sitting at home? We need to brainwash them. What did they do? Inflation. That's what they did. Inflation. That's what they did. They brainwashed society. They put inflation there, and even the women, that the whole households that didn't have a choice, the ladies have to go out and work now. They don't have a choice anymore. They have to go out and they have to work. You know, this is why right now, like, I'm being honest with y'all, it's a time to be very courageous. Like, it's a time, like, it's just a lot of courage is needed. Yes, lay low, people, in the full moon. Yeah, full moon, man. Like, I don't know what it was. This, by the way, this was the heaviest full. This was the heaviest full moon of the year, by the way. Okay, this full moon was like huge. It was major. It was a hunter's full moon. Okay, it's supposed to be the biggest appearing full moon of the year, and it was huge. It was massive, y'all. Okay. For me, at least 18 hours. Yeah, it's at 18 to 6. I think it's 18 to 6 window. That's massive. That is massive. If you want to change your life, it's that 18 to 6 cycle for fasting. Y'all, I don't want to give any, I'm not, this is no medical advice or anything, medical disclaimer. I'm just saying people that I know that have reversed a lot of things that apparently the doctors tell you that cannot be reversed, they've done it through fasting. I'll say that. 30 Discord busted connection with satanic priests about 33. I don't know what you mean by that, Michael. I actually don't know what you mean. Constantly fabulous. Hunter's full moon. Yeah, it's the Hunter's full moon. This one, the one that we had right now, constantly, the big full moon. It was that. That's exactly what it was. It was huge. It was actually massive, right? I don't know. Like the energies, like now I think the energies are starting to leave. It's starting to clear out, right? Now I feel like it feels a bit lighter. I don't know how many of y'all feel a little bit lighter today because the full moon energy is now leaving. I feel like when you're getting ready for a full moon, y'all, when people are getting ready for a full moon, I think the best thing you can do is to fast. I think fasting is one of the best things that a person can do if you're going to get ready for a full moon's energy, because it comes in very intense. Like, that's what happens. Exactly. Yeah. So this is like right there, that's called a willow's tree, okay? Bro, this tree is actually humongous. Like, it's huge. It's fucking massive, yo. It's a massive tree. It's a massive tree. Wait, can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Yes? One. I think the mic went on mute. Can you guys hear me now? No. Yes. One. Okay. One. Okay. Yeah. My bad, y'all. The mic went on mute, y'all. Fuck. Like, holy. Look at how beautiful it is, y'all. Look at how. So what I want to say is our telepathy is going to get activated. Our telepathy, because believe it or not, us 11s, like especially the 11s, we're all connected. We're all connected, and we're all about to. We're in dimension. How many of y'all have been dreaming about technology? Mic check, check. There you go. There you go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. How many of you guys have been dreaming about technology? Technology advances. You know what I mean? Like, we're all, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is why we've been getting attacked so much. We're getting more emotional. A lot of people right now, for my guys, we're falling off our semen retention streaks. I'm picking myself back up, but what I'm saying here right now is that why do you think we're getting attacked so much right now? Why do y'all think that's happening? If you're an 11 life path, put a 1 in the chat. Let the whole family know that you are here. You are seen. Your power is here. Your power is right in the chat. Let everybody know this, okay? Hey there, Valerie. Okay, let everyone know this because we're having an important conversation. We're turning telepathic. We're turning, telepathy is being activated because they're trying to censor us. You can't censor too long, y'all. We're not even human, bro. I'm not human. I'm an alien species. I'm an alien species. I'm a figment of your imagination. I don't even exist here, y'all. Fuck up, and I mean it. I know this shit is real. I know this shit is real, but I don't even exist, y'all. Fuck, what are you gonna kill me? You can kill a man, you can't kill the truth. That's the actual truth. That's what, if you're chosen the 144,000, you already know. You already know. What's the suggestion to open your pineal gland? Honestly, y'all, look, I would only suggest you to open your pineal if you're ready, because opening your pineal gland, like, again, it's a kundalini awakening. The breath, your breath is everything. If you can breathe properly, your breath is everything. Breathing and meditation. And honestly, it takes time by breathing and meditation, but if you want to do it faster, I'm suggesting this, by the way. I'm saying what I did. I started doing mushrooms, you know. I did psychedelics and my pineal opened. But when my pineal opened, I'm going to be honest, like, yeah, it wasn't the easiest process for me. It was not the easiest process for me. Don't use fluoride. For the third eye pineal activation, Shakina using fluoride, yeah. See, the thing with fluoride is everywhere, y'all. See, even if you stop consuming fluoride, if you're taking a shower and your shower is like public water, you know, it's what comes through the system. Yo, your skin is the largest organ, so that fluoride is coming into your body. So I agree with that. I'm just saying it's hard. Like, you can avoid it, but it will cost money. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all what I did. I'm a bit crazy when it comes to this. Oh, my bad. I was getting a call. Holy, y'all, can y'all hear me right now? Because I was getting a call. I just got a call from someone from California. Someone from California just called me. Can y'all hear me or no? Can you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me? All right, perfect. Sun gazing. Okay, sun gazing is that's like level 10. A lot of people cannot sun gaze, but that's true though. What Alicia said is true. A lot of people cannot look at the sun right now because the sun is karmic, y'all. The sun looks at what you've been consuming. Straight up. You look at the sun and you're not in right consumption, you're gonna feel the energy, y'all. But if your energy's already picked up and you look at the sun, then you're good. Okay, we're good. I know we're looking into osmosis water filter. Yeah, yes, we can, exactly. When the sun is raised. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. The sound keeps cutting in and out. I hope not, bro, because we got so many 1s in the chat. So, but I hope not. So, I'm gonna tell y'all what I started doing when I wanted to avoid fully, like full avoiding, okay? I bought a water distiller, straight up. I'm kind of crazy like that. I bought a water distiller. That water distiller would distill 4 ounces of water every like 4 hours or 5 hours. I would just distill my water, and y'all, the amount of gunk, the amount of garbage, the amount of trash, the amount of shit that I saw coming out of public water in Toronto, in Canada, apparently where you're supposed to have the best water, is fucking crazy. It's fucking nuts, okay? I saw some shit in the water, okay? I look up in that bitch and it's fucking disgusting. What I had to clean every week, I had to clean every week or 1.5 weeks, I have to clean the whole fucking machine. That's how much garbage we have in our water, okay? Now, I started even showering with that water, bro. Like, I just put it in I would just get half a bucket. That's all I needed. I needed half a fucking bucket, okay? Now, the reason why I sound a bit angry, because this should piss people off, bro. This is why. This is why a lot of motherfuckers, y'all. I'm not saying do what I do. I'm not telling y'all to do what I do. Okay, because I'm a bit crazy. I'm a bit extreme when it comes to like trying to take care of my shit. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying y'all got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? But the water, like, holy shit. Now, the water I bought, I paid 7 bills for that shit, man. I paid 7 bills for that shit. I see a lot of people, and this is not to judge people, but it's real shit. It's real talk. A lot of people, 40, 50, 60, drinking the same water. And they've never questioned the most fundamental thing that makes your body, like 70 to 80% of your body's water. They've never questioned what type of water should I be consuming. Yo, this is how you know we live in a matrix. The sound is horrible. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna start walking back home because I think it's the wind, y'all. I think it's the wind. So I'll be home in like, give me like at least 5 minutes. I'm gonna be home because I know this conversation y'all want to hear it. Okay, I know. To me, this is a win. It's not really. I don't think it's my headphones. My headphones are actually pretty good. It's the win. So I'm literally walking home. I should be home in like 4 to 5 minutes. So once I get home, I'm gonna set it up. But meanwhile, you know, I'm still gonna be talking right now. So if you can hear me. But bear with me. Give me like 3 to 5 minutes. So thank you for your energy. Oh, you said your sound is horrible. Okay, I don't know about that though. Thank you for your energy. I appreciate y'all. Okay, so you're welcome. Now, I understand that the water that they have, it's there to literally just fucking kill you. It's there to kill you. Why do you think we have all these diseases, all these things coming up, y'all? Why do you think I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. In order for us to protect ourselves, at least me, I have to be extra conscious. I don't eat corn. Okay, a lot of foods, I don't eat meat. I don't eat meat anymore. The meat, look, even if you're like, oh, meat, like if it comes from an objective moral point of view and your proclivity is towards the fact that meat is fine to eat, that's up to you. And I'm not here to judge you, okay? But the meat that we have right now, this is fully genetically modified, y'all. Okay, they put injections in those chickens and those chickens grow up to like be turkeys, y'all. Y'all gotta look at what you're eating, bro. I'm showing you right now. That's how they're getting us. It's a food. That's what they're doing. It's what they're doing. It's what they're good at. And what do you think? They got the injection? You think they give a fuck about us with those injections? Come on, y'all. Come on. We already know this. Like I'm like literally like, sometimes I swear to God, I feel like I'm the only one here. I swear to God, I don't know how many of you guys feel like this. I don't know how many of you guys actually feel like you're the only one here. And I'm not even like, it's beautiful and I'm very grateful, but it's just weird. It's just, it's just weird, bro. It's just weird because like when you speak the truth, like it's just weird, bro. It's strange. When you speak the truth, no one gives a fuck. No one cares about the truth. No one gives a fuck. It's like everyone's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the truth. Let's die now. I'm like, bro, like they're literally taking us to the slaughterhouse, bro. They're taking us to the slaughterhouse. Y'all want to just die with these motherfuckers? Like, I'm not even... Fear. There's a lot of fear. They put a lot of fear into us. In school, in organized religion, they put fear into all of us, bro. A lot of these people, let me tell you something right now. I'm going to say something right now. I'm going to say something. This is deep. If you're with me on this one, I want you to put a 1 after I'm done saying this, okay? A lot of people that are acting like they're normal, a lot of people that are acting like they're normal, in reality, when shit hits the fan, they're the first one to fold. They're the first one to fold because there's so much fear trapped in their body. There's so much fear. So all these, me, some people might look at me and think I'm crazy, okay? I do act crazy. I'm gonna admit it. Okay, but I act crazy, but I can actually be normal. Like, I can actually be normal. I can actually be like, okay, yeah, like I'm cool. Like I'm actually fine, I'm cool. But for these people that act normal and they judge other people thinking that they're crazy when shit hits the fan, bro, these are the first people to flip. They're the first people to call the cops, to go to the fucking hospitals, to go get vaccinated, to go fucking... These are the first people to do it. Yeah, I might sound crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I even laugh like Chucky. I laugh like Chucky the doll. You know, I have a creepy ass laugh, but I know I'm sane. Literally, I know I'm sane. Because a lot of people that have been doing the same thing, they've been waking up, they've been going to places they don't like for like fucking 20 years, and they've been doing this shit. Or y'all gotta give me like 2 minutes because I'm gonna get into the elevator, so my connection might cut. Okay, my connection might cut. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let me just like a... Okay. Okay, so the volume is probably... Okay, so my whole point being said right now, y'all, I'm gonna say this right now, okay? A lot of these people that you think are normal right now, I swear to God, I'm not joking with y'all, okay? I swear to God, I'm not joking with y'all. A lot of these people, they're waiting on your downfall. Okay, they're waiting on because they know that you know the truth, and secretly they know you know the truth. Like they can't even hide it. Okay, they know that you know the truth. They know it. They're like, whatever this guy or this girl says, it actually ends up happening. By the way, if you can hear me, just put a 1 in the call. If you can hear me properly now, look, I came from outside, I came back home, and I'm in my room right now. So if you can hear me properly, just put a 1 in the chat. Okay, so people know. They know. And now the thing is, here's what the thing is now, right? Because it's the age of Aquarius and these solar flares are happening, and we're in the 8th universal year. So karma's coming back around. Karma's like, what's up, bitch? Karma's back around. Karma's like, yo, I'm back around the corner now. I'm up in this bitch right now. I'm here. What's up? Who was fucking with me? So karma's here. The solar flares are happening. People are losing it, y'all, because people don't question their shit, bro. People don't question their shit. That's the thing. People don't question their shit, bro. Like a lot of people in this world are following shit other people followed. Y'all know, even listen to me. I come from a Muslim background, okay? I come from a Muslim background. You know what it says in the Quran? In the Quran, it says that they're just gonna follow their ancestors without questioning anything. And that's what's happening right now. That's literally like, y'all know that 99% of Muslims don't follow their religion. They don't follow the Quran. Like they don't follow the Quran. 99. And if Muslims don't follow the Quran, I'm sure that 99% of people that call them Christian, they're Christ. I'm sorry, but most of y'all that come from Christian backgrounds, you guys don't follow Christ. You guys follow the church. You guys follow your priests. You guys follow what the church tells you to do. You follow your parents and you follow who they follow. You don't actually follow Christ. You don't. Because if you did, you would question everything. And this is the thing, this is what happens when you're spiritual, when you wake up. You wake up. And this is what's going on. This is why right now, y'all, the world right now, so we're leaving the root chakra. We're in Sat Yuga. We're in the light age right now, but it's a transition taking place. Right? There's a transition and because of that transition right now, so many people are losing their shit right now. That's why you can't fuck with people. You can't fuck with people. You can't fuck with too many people. You can help people. You gotta help people from a distance. That's what I'm doing right now. I help people, but I help people from a distance. I don't fuck with most people, bro. Because most people right now, the great elimination is happening. The great elimination is happening right now. Age of Aquarius, age of technology, age of enlightenment. Exactly, Alicia. You already know what's up. You know what I mean? You already know what's up. That's exactly what's happening right now. This is why me personally, I keep a small circle, bro. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Everyone that's in their root, you won't be able to fuck with them, even if it's family. You know how many friends I lost? You know how many friends I lost this year? And honest to God, like, I wish the best for these people. I wish them the best, but I can't fuck with these people. I can't fuck with a lot of y'all. I can't fuck with a lot. And the reason why I can't, and I'm one of these spiritual people, I talk like this, some people might judge me for it. Some people might think I'm bad or evil, but I represent the dark and the light. I'm not gonna just pretend like I'm light, bro. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm just light. I'm the dark too. I'm the dark too, but I acknowledge them. I'm not gonna pretend like. See, this is why you see a lot of these cases coming out from church, where you see a lot of pedophilia, you see a lot of this shit coming out from church. You're like, oh shit, I thought the priest was a good guy, and all this shit is happening. It's because a lot of times we suppress the dark within us. We suppress darkness. The darkness has to get expressed in a channeled way. Like, it has to show itself in a channeled way, and it depends on your proclivity on how you're gonna show your darkness. It depends if you're going to show your darkness, because darkness is here to actually serve you. This is why I'm going to be honest with y'all. Yo, a lot of the racism that exists in the world, it happened through Christianity. And y'all might not think about it on a deep level, but it's because they demonized darkness. They started demonizing people that have darker skin tones. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did, but people don't think about this shit. People don't think about this shit, bro. And the truth is coming. The truth is coming to fruition. No filter, authenticity. Dropping facts. Take notes, fellow 11s. I appreciate you, Skills OG. Welcome back in. Skills. Channeling is easy for me. I can travel to the different realm pretty easy since my NDE. And yeah, NDE, like the NDE, if you have a near-death experience, so like for all folks that have a near-death experience, like this shit will wake you up. Like the way an NDE will wake you up is like how mushrooms will wake you up. Like how if you took mushrooms, if you took like 5 Gs of mushrooms, you will never see that. So for some people, it's just like take those mushrooms and you'll never see life again. You will never see this lifestyle again. You take some ayahuasca, you let mother ayahuasca go through your body. I haven't done ayahuasca yet, but I go to Peru and do it. I might go to Peru and do ayahuasca trip. I'm thinking about it. You just let mother nature, like you let earth. And another thing is like a lot of men right now, a lot of these men that are acting like they're masculine and they suppress the feminine within them, it's gonna backfire on you. It's gonna backfire on you. And I'm not one of those people that, I'm not one of those people that I'm not a feminist or anything, because I think feminist ideology has been diluted and actually distorting a female's respect. That's what actually feminism did. It's not even, it's just Gaia, it's just nature, it's just Earth, bro. It's Earth, y'all. It's Earth. And where we're going back into the future. Terminus. Okay, so constantly said Shakina's a Terminator mixed with spirituality. I think I still haven't watched the Terminator. If you're talking about the movie, yes, balance is key. Honor both light and dark, masculine and feminine energies within. Exactly. Terminator is AI. False creed. Yup. You mean smoke mushrooms or eat? I eat mushrooms. I think you don't smoke mushrooms. I think you smoke DMT. I haven't done DMT. The only psychedelics I've done is mushrooms. I have never tried to do DMT, and I don't think I ever want to do DMT because, well, LS, actually DMT might be natural, but LSD is not natural, so I don't want to do LSD. I will stick to mushrooms. I might do so. It's the strongest psychedelic ever is the Todd. It's what Mike Tyson did. Okay, it's the Todd. It's to smoke the Todd, bro. Yo, I don't know if I ever want to do that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like I might do it. But even me doing like mushrooms, like I did penis envy. Okay, so I've done like 7 to 10 grams of mushrooms, y'all, in one sitting. Okay, now a heroic dose is 5 grams. Okay. When I did mushrooms, like I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where I am. I don't know how to explain this to all my people. I don't know where we are. Like I'm gonna be real. I know we're in a simulation. I know something big is happening, but to know, I feel like we have no idea what type of delusion we're in right now. We're all in it right now. We're all tripping right now. I swear to God. And your life is, I swear to God, bro, your life is a movie. Your life is a story. Like your life is an actual story. Like you being brought up, raised in a city. Who are your parents? Do you guys ever ask these questions? Like who's my mom? Who's my dad? Who are these people? How do I know them? Who were they before this life? Who are these people? Why did I come? Why did I come in through the vessel of my mother? Like, why am I here? Why? We don't ask these questions because everyone in your life, even your siblings are characters. They're like not in they're playing a character for you. Like they're either here to teach you a lesson. They were either, some of y'all have siblings you guys don't mess with, and that sibling could have been an enemy in a previous life, and now you're learning how to love this person. You're learning how to have unconditional love. Like, but who are these people? What's your experience with mushrooms? The thing with mushrooms is like, there's nothing like mushrooms. There's not, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, you meditate and you go there. Yeah, nah, y'all capping, bro. People that are telling me like, oh, these Tibetan monks, they took mushrooms, bro, and they didn't experience anything, bro. You think they never experienced anything? Bring them around me. I'm gonna put some penis envy. I'll give them some penis envy, and I'll put them on 10 grams. I'll put them on 7, 10 grams, and then in front of me when that happens, I want to see if experience anything or not, because that's cap. That's cap. Listen, I know people in India, and if you know India, India is one of the most spiritual like community, like in the world. Like a lot of the ancients come from India, and I know Indian gurus that have they've done DMT and they experienced stuff. Okay, so my experience has been like, as soon as I did mushrooms, bro, you find out, you literally like, so like I've done mushrooms probably over, I don't want to say it because I've done them a lot, like, and I've done them more than 99% of people on I've done them more than 99% of people on earth. Now I'm gonna tell you my story. When I did mushrooms, I went back, I think, into Egypt. I traveled time. I'm gonna tell you how it was. Okay, so when I did mushrooms, here's what happened. Okay, saw my third eye. Like I saw the third eye and it was like a rainbow color, and it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life was my third eye. Okay. And I feel like I went back to ancient Egypt. Okay. I feel like I went back into like ancient Egypt, and I'm like, I think I saw the pyramids and I experienced the most royal feeling ever. So I felt like the most, like, I felt like all the density was gone. Like all the dense energies that we feel here on earth, everything, the sadness, the depression, the anxiety, like everything was gone, and I'm back home where I come from with my tribe, okay? And I just experienced like the ocean, the dark night, beautiful palace, and like, and it's nothing like you cannot experience that on earth. You cannot experience that feeling. You cannot experience that bliss. And it's more of a feeling than it is like a visual. Even the visuals are very predominant, but the feeling is a lot more predominant. And you just feel like you went back into source, okay, and now you're like experiencing everything from like a higher perspective. And then when you come back on earth, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, okay? So when you come back on earth, it could be very good because you're like, okay, I know I'm eternal, but at the same time it can be actually depressing because you come back on earth and then you're like, why am I here? Like, you're like, what did I do to come here? Like, why am I not home? Like, why is it that I have to be here and I have to do all this? And why did my soul sign up for this? And do I have to come back here? Like, you have all the questions. You're like, do I have to come back here again? You know, so you ask all these questions. Like, Kundalini activation is the divine chakra and energetic light body. Yup. Yes, I was born premature and left hand girl in Islamic house. They never accept me even as a kid. My second brother died before I was born into this reality. One love, one heart. Oh man. Oh man. Thanks for being vulnerable, Alicia. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing this with us, yo. I come from an Islamic background too, and I feel you on some things, yo. Can you buy them from a trusted website? Okay, are you in America constantly? Because I'm in Canada, so in Canada I have a website and I buy it off this website, which is pretty good. But if you're in America, I think you have to know, like, I would like talk to someone that's done it and then like order it, you know, if you know someone and you can trust someone. Um, a rainbow represents the divine sacred chakra flames, energy, body, being. Yo, I'm telling you, when I was on mushrooms, like I'm like, yo, like I'm home. Like I'm actually home, but like I've mushrooms where I haven't had the quote unquote best experience. Like I felt like I didn't feel good, and I realized the reason I didn't feel good off of shrooms is because I was in a lower place. Like I was in a lower state of energy. So if you're gonna do mushrooms and you're on a low state of energy, I wouldn't like I personally, I'm not saying you should do this or not, but I would not do them anymore from a low place of energy. I'm not trying to do that, bro. And this is why to me energy is everything, bro. This is why we're like, I'm like, why the fuck am I here? Like, why the fuck? Like, fuck all the shit you hate. A lot of people are like, okay, so God is trying to experience himself from subjective perspective to analyze um, objectivity, or to analyze the whole from like each individual point of view. Then would that not limit, like, no, like I have real questions, like I have real questions that people cannot answer. So these very prominent scholars that say that God is trying to experience and limit himself into a human physical vessel to experience the all from a plethora of different views. But then I'm like, okay, so that's your perspective, right? But then my major question is, would that not, so how is that, then how is source infinite? Then how would source be infinite if it has to limit itself to experience this reality? Because to experience this reality, you come from a limited perception of life. You see what I mean? Like, you see what I mean here? This is why I'm like, these are some real questions that I have, and soon I want to get onto, actually I want to talk to Robert Edward Grant. If you know Robert Edward Grant is, he's a polymath and he's a very intellectual individual, and I think soon I'll be able to get him on my channel soon. Not right now, but maybe in a couple of months I'll be able to get Robert on my channel, and I want to ask him some very hard questions. Austin, Texas. I don't know if them. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to find a dispensary if you can. Also, I hear you have to have a trusted person with you. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. So if you're gonna do shrooms first time, what I would have personally, like, again, I'm saying for me, if I were to do them over again, like, I would do it with a trusted person. Be careful, because you want to make sure you really, really trust this person. You want to make sure you really, really trust them. Okay, so Alicia said, one reason I was told by the divine intuition is to maintain balance between the different realms here on earth, school, one love. Meditation, it's a spiritual battle. Yep, it's to maintain balance, y'all. Sometimes, like, you might really try to go into nirvana and get, like, experience enlightenment, but that's really not the answer either. Sometimes it is to experience the darkness, because the darkness is what's going to teach you a lot. It's going to give you a lot of answers. If you're in a life path, put a 1 in the chat. Let the whole tribe know that you are with us right now, y'all, in this beautiful transmission that we're having right now. Let the whole family, you are here, beautiful souls. Soul fragmentation, it's a spiritual battle, 11 energies as a transmuter. Okay, I have to look into like soul fragmentation. But I still would like to know. I would still like to know why are we having this experience? Like, I'm real shit. I can make shit up with y'all and be like, oh, I know this shit. But in the end of the day, my biggest what I think is that we're all here to learn lessons. But again, like, my question is, if we're all here to learn lessons, right? Is that not is that not a limit? Because if source is limitless, it means source does not need to learn lessons, because source knows all. And then I 100% that we have fragments of light within our body of source. But then for the people that say that you are God, like, you are God, I have a huge, like, I'm a polemic, and I want to debate you. I have so many questions to people that say this. Like, I have if you are God, so if you are God, you're infinite. You have no boundaries. Nor were you created, nor will you ever be destroyed. Okay? You are all. You are above time and space, right? If you are God, then why are you experiencing time, space, and, like, prison? Like, you're imprisoned to this planet because this earth is a prison. Like, it really. And then some people say that God came here to experience himself. But that would, and then you'd ask why, because he wants to grow. But then you'd ask why, like, is he bored? But then if he's bored, then that would again limit his infiniteness. That would, like, how can source ever be bored? Like, how can source actually be bored? Then, like, you would limit source again, because source cannot be bored, because source is limitless. Again, these are some concepts, like, I tussle with these. Like, I really tussle with some of these concepts people have, like, when they're like, you are God. But I'm like, okay, if you're God, show me you're limitless. Show me, because if you cannot show me that you're limitless, then are not God, but you have fragments of the light within you. You do have light within you. Now, if you are all experiencing yourself right now, if you are all and you are experiencing yourself right now, that means like that does that mean that the universe or God, because hold on, let me actually read some of your guys' stuff. I recall a great split from Lumerian timeline, Lurian battle. When Gaia split from Terra, Terra is a fifth high density of Earth. Okay, so you've experienced Lumerian timeline, is that what? And Lyran and Draconian battle when Gaia from Tara. Okay, so you like, is that what you've experienced? I believe, look, I know what you're saying is true because I've experienced different timelines too. So I'm like, I know what you're saying could be very much true. 5D and above is embodiment of light consciousness. Yes, 100%. Like, yes, but again, like, it's still like the question still remains of the third density. Like, why would we experience this density? Like, why would, if you, okay, so if they say that you are God, if that's what they say, then why are you experiencing limitness? And if you're experiencing limits, then how can you be infinite? Because infinity would not get bored, because there a huge cognitive dissonance that arises. Like, it sounds cool, like I get the concept of saying that, oh, you are God, and like it's kind of like, okay, it's cool, right? Because in all reality, we have a proclivity to be very animated about this reality, and it is kind of an animation. It is limitless, and we will experience like Marvel like superpowers. We will experience time travel. We will experience like Spider-Man type of superpowers, flying. All that is real. All of that is real. I know that because I've seen that. But why are we still, like, again, I tussle with this again. Exactly. It's a human concept. It's a human concept. So why would God limit? Like, it is a limit. Why would you limit yourself? Because humans have a lot of abilities, but one of our abilities right now, as perceiving things from the third density, okay, is capped with limits. Okay. At least that's what it perceives it to look like, because with time and space, you know that your manifestations start to actually get distorted a bit because of time and space. Everything manifests, like all your thoughts, actually, abundance, health, wealth, all of that manifests. That's real. But it starts to actually distorted by time because we experience time. Okay, we're going through this. We're going through this experience of experiencing time, and time is a limiting factor. It is a limiting factor. We are beyond time. That's for sure. We are beyond time, and time is a human concept. 3D is dense energies to work through. Detachment comes enlightenment. 100%. 100%, 110%. It's the detachment to the worldly life. And this is until a human, and a lot of it has to do with our dopamine. And I don't want to get too scientific because I think science has been manipulated and distorted. And the perspective of science comes from a very third dimensional perspective. But science and spirituality amplified human intelligence, human genius to a very high level. So your dopamine, I truly believe, I truly know that cleansing of the dopamine is cleansing of the soul. If you can have a proper dopamine detox for 4 or 5 months, like, and I'm saying this to myself, If I can have a proper dopamine detox for 4 to 5 months, my soul will become replenished. But then again, you have to outsmart yourself, because you can't just get rid of an addiction. Your addiction actually it has to get substituted with something that's going to actually release the same amount, or still a limited amount, of dopamine within your body. Because if it didn't release any dopamine, even the concept of sin, even the concept of sin, right? What is sin? Do you guys know that the root fabric meaning of sin is, it's an archery term, which basically means to miss the mark on the dart. So it means to miss the mark. So that, like, I know in spiritual concepts we have like a very distorted like view of sin, like, oh, sin, or he's using these religious terms, but it's a very intellectual term. And anything that means that if a human doesn't have a premises of certain concepts and laws that they embody in their life, they could miss out the archery, they could out the goal. And it is to really embody the divine aspects within you, in order for you to actually abstain from missing the mark. You hear me on this one? Like, put a one in the chat if you're still with me on this one. Put a one in the chat if you even if you don't grasp the whole thing, if you grasp like some concepts of what's being said right now, like, put a one in the chat, right? Like, it's again, it's not that I advocate for like, oh, sin, like, I'm not, but I'm just saying the actual concept is very intelligent. Like, it's an actual very intelligent concept, where it's an archery term, which basically means to miss the mark. And but to miss the mark, it's not just to miss the mark from one point. It has to be analyzed from a plethora of different angles. And once you understand that everything is interconnected, right? Like everything is interconnected, right? So there's a saying: how you do one thing is how you do everything. And that's kind of true. That's actually very true. Like, th- something about having a clean room has everything to do with having organized thoughts, right? What question do you have? What's your question? Because we choose to soul contract to learn lessons on earth school through darkness comes. Yeah, no, look, I understand. I 100% get, like, we're coming here to learn. Like, I'm totally Alicia. I totally get we're here to learn. But the question again remains, like, why? So even when you say, okay, so the law of one, okay, the law of one, that's the book I had a dream about, okay? I had a dream about this book, The Law of One, and I didn't know about this book. I didn't even know that this book existed, okay? I had a dream about this book, and I'm in my dream and I'm driving. So when I'm driving mean, when you're driving in your dream, driving means you're going forward, like you're elevating, like you're moving forward, right? That's what driving means. So when you see a dream, you have to look at things in a literal way, but then in a allegorical way, and then mix both of them, and then go with your feelings. So I'm driving, okay, in my dream, driving. And while I'm driving, I see one of my cousins on the right side sitting in the passenger seat. Okay, he's sitting in the passenger seat, and I see in my dream that he's holding a book, and it's called The Law of One. Okay, it's called The Law of One, and it had the pineal gland on the book. So the pineal gland was on the book. I look at the book and I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. I don't think I've ever heard of this. So I wake from the dream and I'm like, welcome, Jeremiah. I wake up from the dream and I'm like, okay, wait, what is the law of one? And then I realized that it's a book, and then the book is talking about entities that we live in. It's the third dimension, the fifth dimension, and how everything is experienced. But a lot of the things that we know to be quote unquote true, we've been actually lied to. Like we've literally we've been lied, we've been betrayed by a lot of our scholars, by a lot of our institutions, by a lot of imams, a lot of Christian scholars, a lot of Hindus, a lot of Hindu scholars don't know what they're talking about. Even the Buddhists, like okay, so one thing about religion, like one thing I've really learned about religion is that 99% of people from religion do not actually follow their books. They actually, so the Christians don't follow the Bible, the Muslims don't follow the Quran, the Hindus don't follow the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads, which are beautiful books, by the way. They don't. They don't follow, they don't even read. They don't even read. You know, so this is the concept that I have been tussling a lot. Time is also a lower density paradigm. Time, those who don't die would be a moot point when you look at things from a morphogenic perspective. Things change. So here's what I know about time and space. Okay, so time and space, we experience time and space to experience what it feels like to come from a limited perspective. And now, what a lot of spiritual teachers have said, and I'm not going to say a lot, but some spiritual teachers have talked about this, and they've said that experiences, so source can experience what it feels like to be a human and to have a plethora of different experiences in different versions of him or herself. Okay. Now, my question is, if source is limited, if source is unlimited, why would he limit himself to experience time and space? Again, that is my question, and a lot of people don't have this question. Now, I want to get, in the coming months, I want to get Robert Grant on my channel. I haven't messaged him yet. You know, I know he has a huge account, but I want to get him on my channel. I have hard questions to ask him because I tussle with some of these questions myself, but I don't clear answers from people. I literally don't get clear answers from people because if you, and another thing is like when someone says you are God, like I can open a whole can of worms, and these people never ever are able to answer these questions. They never are able to answer these questions, and I'm like, it feels like there is a cult that is perpetuating an ideology, which seems to go against logic. But I know logic isn't. Logic is limiting again too. It is a limiting factor to gain self-experience. But even when you gain self-experience through experience, you start to have these questions and they arise, but that question still remains unanswered. Why are we experiencing this reality? From that perspective where you think you are God, but how? Like how? That's my question. That's because most people are just originating thoughts, indoctrination, or in them. Same thing happens with people in the medical field. That's because most people are just regurgitating the thoughts and indoctrinations that have exactly. That's what happened. And this is what I want to say about perception, right? By the way, I am not your typical Muslim. I do not consider, like when I say I believe that everyone that believes in a prime creator is a Muslim. That's actually what the Quran talks about. The Quran isn't talking about, to be a Muslim, you have to. So there's premises being a Muslim that organized religion teaches you to be, just like there's premises of being Christian, like you have to be baptized, which organized religion teaches you to be. But if you look deeper into the Bible is talking about Christos. It's talking about the consciousness. I am not a Muslim when it comes to organized religious views. Like, I'm not Muslim like that, but I am Muslim in a way where I know that there's a prime creator. So in that way, I am a Muslim. Just like I have Christos in me. I see 144 than most Christians do. And I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, but what I'm saying is it's a consciousness. It is consciousness. So Samantha said, so here's going on, right? People's perspective, so people's perspective on you is not necessarily the perspective that you have about yourself, because people's because perspective is shaped by embodying other people's frequency and other people's vibration, which doesn't determine who you truly are. People's perception about you comes from the perspective that you hold about yourself, and perspective cannot be held about thyself with knowing thyself, without actually getting into the darkness of going through the dark night of the soul. If you have not been through the dark night of the soul, you do not know thyself. You do not know thyself. This is why to even experience nirvana or experience bliss or experience enlightenment, you have to go through hell. And hell is a real, it is, because I've been through that process. It is, so another thing is when people say that hell is not real, I do not agree with you, because I've experienced a state. And I'm not saying I've been, no, none of that, but there is a state. There is a state of hell, which I don't want to describe right now because it's very dense, okay? But it is real. The state of hell is real. What God do you believe in? What do you mean, what God? First of all, I don't believe, you can't spell believe without lie. I know that there's a prime creator, and I think, I don't be wrong about this, but I think it's more of a universal force that is one. I think it's a force. So the force that's showing itself in many different ways, but the source is interconnected and it's one. Do you really think Jesus was a prophet? I find really hard to believe the Christian story link with the Old Testament seems to be. Jesus was literally, this is going to piss off so many Christians, but Jesus was here to show you that you are going to experience, and Jesus talked about it in the Bible, you will experience miracles like he did. He's talked about it, okay? So like Jesus is just here to show you how powerful you are as a person. These prophets never wanted you to worship them. They never wanted you to actually worship them and give your power to them. All these people came to show you that you are powerful, but modern day organized religion had to distort all this information because of Kali Yuga, because we are in Kali Yuga right now. This is why it had to, we had to experience literalist meanings to the scriptures. Create your conscious God frequency within, connect to divine God source energies with a grateful heart, one love. Exactly. Thanks. It's true. It's no fun. Yep. To be a Muslim is to surrender yourself to Allah and believing that one God, one creator, and who created this world, and all prophets and messengers were surely of Allah. I think so. To be a Muslim, it says clearly it's to believe. It's to be in a prime creator. It's clear, but when you say like how people say, and he's the last prophet, you know that the whole Shahada is not found in the Quran, right? I'm actually, I swear to God, when I was a kid growing up, I thought people were smart. I swear to God. For some reason, I use an analogy where I thought like people are putting in gas, and how could like the government ever rob people, or the gas stations ever rob people? because you know when you put in gas, like sometimes you really don't know how much gas is going in the tank. You're just putting it in. You're like, okay, I trust these people, so I'm gonna put it in. So I just used to be like, we trust these people and we're smart. Like we'll know how much gas we're getting. But as I started to grow in my consciousness, the more I started realizing that people are very oblivious of the truth. Like we give a lot, we trust authority a lot. And I do understand like we have proclivity to trust certain authorities. We don't really have a choice, right? Like when you get into an airplane, you don't have the choice to interrogate the pilot to see his record. You don't have the choice to do that. You just have to trust that the pilot's gonna get you from point A to point B. Honor, so honor both divine feminine and divine masculine energies within oneself with a grateful attitude, hard to divine God source. True, 100% true. Hamza Daily said, "Did you read the life of the saints? I think you should. You'll have many questions to answer." Saint John goes into the depth about the dark night of the soul. No, I believe it. I believe it. I'm not saying that I haven't specifically read Saint John's experience in the Bible, but I do believe it. Like I'm not saying that they haven't, but the text that they have talked about the celestial being, this is celestial nature of the humankind, and time travel. At least Bible, I can say it. Like the Book of Enoch, they've expelled it from the Bible. They've took it out from the Bible, and the Ethiopian Bible very much still has it, which they will suppress. They will suppress this knowledge. Now, one thing I love about the Muslims and I love about the Islamic world is that they've preserved the Quran, and there's only one Quran. But the Bible is very true. The Bible is a lot truer than what people think. The Bible is a lot true. It's actually the distortion of people. For example, the other day I was learning that. Did you know that the Bible, when it talks about hell, is not infinite? Now, they've translated hell to be as infinite, but did you know that hell is actually, when you translate it, it's translated as eon, and no one fucking knows what an eon actually is from Hebrew. So there's a lot of information that's been distorted. Now, for example, I'm going to tell you how they distort the Quran translation. Did you know that the most translated copy of the Quran comes from a dude who was working with the British government? Of the most translation copies of the Quran comes from a dude that was working with the government. And now if you want a PhD in deception, go learn it from the British government because they'll give you one. Exactly, there's on Christ just star seed because Christ is a consciousness, not a person. That's something I could agree on. I wouldn't say that he, like, if he was a person or not, because another thing is what's within is without. Like, I cannot 100% tell you that there was not a person that taught you these things, but I'm sure that person never told you to worship. That's one thing I can tell you. Exactly, our son Christ or Yeshua. Exactly. I just find it very satanic if someone asks you to worship them like a human. If someone comes in a human, if someone comes as a human and asks you to give your power to them, I kind of find that satanic. You should have a chat with Alex from the Voice of Reason. I probably should. Yo, yo. Religion and spirituality is two different views. Technocracy makes sense. Seven thrones, seven heavens. Yep, seven chakras. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, but the thing is, again, like this is information that they would never ever tell you in the church or in the mosque. And the reason why they're not going to tell you about the chakra system is because they don't want you to experience bliss and enlightenment, which the alchemy, the sacred reunion, the cave of Brahma, right? The secret secretion, the land of the milk and the land of the honey actually happens within, the reunion happens within your soul, your body, your light body, which they will never want you to know about, because each individual that leaves their system, right, who activates their morphogenic field, and if you know what the morphogenic field is, it's a electrical blueprint of basically electricism that you have, magneticism you have within your body. They would never want you to activate that, because once you activate that, hey there, Tiffany. Hey there. Shahada is actually in the Quran. Proof is the full Shahada, like the full La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, is not in the whole is not in the Quran, and you can look it up. To connect to divine God source energies from within yourself, surrender everything to God, mind, body, heart, soul, one, love, one, heart. Hi, Tiffany. Bro, I'm newly enrolled in college and being woke or innately prompting to uplift, but our energy is so much to most people, but then there's those who want us on their team so bad. Yep, that is true, especially if you're an individual that has experienced like the bliss, the enlightenment of source. That's when naturally the proclivity of a lot of people is to listen to you and to want to be with you. But again, it's to limit your access in some ways, not in a lot of ways, because you're still here to serve other people, because the law of one teaches you to serve others. When you serve others, you actually serve yourself. But there has to be a boundary in my perspective with people. Religion to a point created for control. Anunnakis, I would say organized religion for sure. It's not in the Bible saying normal men that have experienced the presence of God very powerfully after Jesus. There's too many chance. I really recommend you have a look. What are you talking about? What are you exactly talking about? Saints are normal men that have experienced a presence of God. Nothing makes you normal after experiencing the presence of the Most High. Like nothing makes you normal. Nothing makes you normal. After you go through the dark night of the sun and you have an actual awakening where you experience magneticism and you embody the vibration of the Most High within your solar plexus, within your chakra points, like nothing makes you normal. Nothing, Hamza, nothing makes you normal. I mean the same song of Christianity, meaning follow the teaching of Prophet Muhammad. A lot of y'all people, like a lot of the Muslims come and they're like, the Prophet Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad. Y'all have to, like, a lot of times I ask you guys a simple question, like how many times was the word Muhammad, peace be upon him, mentioned in the Quran? You guys have no idea. No one, only one person I know that has answered this question correctly. And it just shows you the lack of knowledge or understanding, or actually the lack of observation, I would say, like the lack of observation that the majority of organized religious people have. The word Muhammad is only mentioned 4 times in the Quran. I can agree on it back. The difference with Jesus is that he was God, he claimed, so either he was or what, I don't know what you're talking about. The difference with Jesus is that he was God. I don't believe it. Stopping to say hi as I get to work. Hey there, Justice. I hope you're having a good time. I love it when people come here while they're working. I love it. Facts. Yes, a full Shahada doesn't exist, but the only meaning of it, which is believing in Allah Almighty and the only God. Yeah, but the full doesn't exist. So yeah, you can never go back. Go back where? What are you talking about? Identical. Are you talking about after waking up to this whole fucking shenanigan that we live in? I had done a course on Islam Muhammad's name. Only there's like 3 times as the sentences would have still made sense without it. It appears 4 times. 4 times throughout the Quran. Yeah. So like, I don't know what your point is, Hamza. Like, I don't know what you're actually trying to point out. I I know that the Sufis have a very good grasp on the reality of this life, but I really like I'm actually very confused with what you're actually trying to point out. So cool to see your live followings. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate especially all my lovin's. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yes. Give me a minute, y'all. Give me a minute. So my whole point being said right now is that, again, when it comes to the source create, like when someone says that you are God, like when they say that you are God, I'm not going to say that I necessarily have a problem with you. I don't have a problem with you, but I can point out so many contradictions within that sentence and with how the logical mind actually perceives reality to be. But again, in spirituality, I understand that the logical mind is limited, but even just knowing mind, like there is some sort of, I feel like personally that there's some sort of distortion over there when people say this. Hold on. And the reason why I say this is if God, you are God and you are, so God limits his self to experience, to have the human experience, you're still experiencing limit. Like, and then my question would be, why would God limit himself to experience? And it's like, because, like, what's the answer? Because he's bored? But if God is experiencing boredom, then how does that make God limitless? JBL earphones, are those good? Are these good actually? Like the JBLs? Because I've noticed that the performance that the JBL has is actually pretty decent. I don't know. I feel like it's better than Apple. Like, I don't know, Apple headphones, like, bro, I don't even think they work properly. Cause I've tried those, like, and like the voice is not that clear, you know. Cause I obviously, like, for my headphones, I need to have a good like, I need to have a good sound. Just put the fucking light on. Now, the one thing I really like, I really enjoy, like I really like, and I would say that I'm not a part of a organized religion, but I like to, I really appreciate the Quran and the Book of Enoch, right? I appreciate the Book of Enoch, but they've took the Book of Enoch they've took it out of the Bible. Okay, they've took the Book of Enoch out of the Bible, and if you think about it, like, I can't really talk about the Book of Enoch, but the Quran, chapter 18, if you are a Muslim, you know that the Quran talks about time travel. Okay, hold on. We're gonna, we might talk about time travel a bit right now on the live. If you're in 11 life path, y'all, please put a 1 in the chat. Let the whole chat know you're here. Let them know that you are hanging out, you are with us, you are experiencing this conversation with us right now. The miracles are the epitome of pure balance perfection. The ones you have, that's it. Oh, really? That's nice. That's nice. I'm glad. I'm glad. Like, I literally, I love these headphones. Like, I just love them. And I have to use like this iPhone because I have an iPhone, so I have to use like the iPhone cord to convert it. And so many times the iPhone thing has broken, but I just keep getting a new one because, like, I like the voice, the sound. When I went through the dark night of the soul, nothing is the same. Light is different colors, different darknesses, different sound. And exactly. Because the thing is, when you go through the dark night of the soul, your sensory system actually starts to expand. Like, I kid you not, I never in many years thought that I would actually be intellectual. Like, I never thought that in like my growing teenager years. Like, I don't think I was intellectual at all. I like experienced the dark night of the soul and my capacity to actually memorize and to think and to actually download information just became a lot better. All right, so have a good one. So Hamza said Christianity teaches theosis, meaning that Christ can live in you, making the Spirit of God and your spirit one. That doesn't make you God, though, but creates a union of love with God. Then, yeah, that's something I can I can believe that. But then I have another question. Then, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, who the fuck are you then? Because I have another question. If everything comes from God, everything comes from point zero. Everything comes from the dark. Okay, I don't know if you guys know about the. I don't know if you guys know about the dark circle, but everything comes from darkness. Everything comes from nothingness. Everything in existence comes from nothingness. Then again, like, my question remains, like, who are we then? If you have the light of God within you, but then you're not inseparable from God, you're not inseparable from yours, then who are you? But then if you are the universe, if you, let's say, are God, then why are you experiencing limit? Like, why are you experiencing limit? These are fundamental questions I have, which I want to sit with the best person that comes in my mind is Robert Grant. I want to sit with Robert Grant, and I want to ask him these hard questions because he's a polymath. I think he's very intellectual. I think he's very smart. He's done geometry, right? And I believe that if you understand math and geometry and numerology, you're actually very intelligent. You're actually extremely intelligent. And I think he's one person that can actually answer these questions for me, like, in a way. I can get downloads too, but maybe he can answer these questions because these are hard questions. Eternity, one love, one heart. Amazing. Oh, we've got a bunch of people on here. Beautiful, beautiful 11s. Glad to have all you here. Warrior, Alicia, Lamaris, Alicia, Warrior, Tiffany, John. I'm actually speaking, I time travel a lot, reflecting and prospecting at time. Learning from the past, present, and future. Yeah, like, so time traveling is 100% real, and the reason why we know that is because time is happening simultaneously, and the heart is the portal of all. Like, so your heart is the portal of all, and you experience time travel with heart, and that's what the Quran is insinuating. That's what the Quran actually talks about, because the cave is the heart, and the cave is the heart in tarot too, and it's all interconnected. Past and future, the essence of God is love. Out of love, He created us. He created us with free will, so that we can actually choose to love Him back due to free. But I don't think it's like that. I don't know. Okay, look. If God is infinite, because if God is infinite and God is everything, that means He experiences everything, right? Like, He experiences everything, and a part of wanting someone to love you, a part of that is that you lack something. Think about it. Like, actually, okay, let's think about this, okay? If you want someone to love you, okay, if you want someone to love you, again, you are limited then, right? Again, you have limited perspective about who you are, because if you want someone to love you, then you have a void. do you experience, I want you to think about it, right? I want you to actually think about this. I actually think God is all. I think the universe, I think it's all. And I think this all is actually showing itself to be many, but it is all one. But I don't think that God needs your love. I don't think God actually needs your love. I really don't think that, actually. If you're with me so far, put a 1 in the chat. Let us know that you are actually, like, and I'm not expecting you to grasp everything, but if you're with me on some of the points, so put a 1 in the chat. Okay, hi, hey, Jera. Peace, Jera. Sup, Jera? Oh, Jera, you are very popular here. You are very popular. Welcome to the chat. And we've got Val is your pal. Jera, Val is your pal. We've got the OGs in the chat right now, okay? We've got the OGs in the chat right now. We've got a lot of OGs in the chat right now, actually. Okay, so we're having a very, very, very intellectual conversation in the chat right now, which is actually beautiful. Okay, so, I think Skill said this. So he's like, maybe Source created God to have such an experience, whether physical or spiritual. Yeah, but then the question remains. But the question remains again. Why would Source? Why would he put us into a limited a limited perspective of person? And I'm not saying we are limited, but I'm saying is that our perspective on life as us having a human experience becomes limited to a degree. Okay, so why would the infinite, the most powerful, do this? And these are just questions. This is not to say that my proclivities towards this or that. I'm not taking sides on this. These are just very genuine questions to ponder upon. And again, with sin in Christianity, basically it's a archery terms, which means to miss the mark. And if you look at things from a plethora of different perspectives, you start to notice that everything is interconnected, and is not just to engage in something that is not primordial to your being and to something that actually decimates your soul, but to sin is to miss the mark, which basically means that you weren't on a path, you weren't following certain fundamental laws that got you back into the cycle of quote unquote sinning. Do you guys see what I mean here? Because everything that we experience on earth, it's coming from a perspective of the shoes that we've walked in. Even with morality, is morality objective? Like, is morality objective? It is to a very high extent, because we all could agree on fundamental laws, right? Like killing is not right. We know this. Okay. Stealing is not correct. We know this. Incest is not correct. We know this. But then there are certain ideas that are very alienated to our perspective. Like, there's certain ideas, like why do we disagree on certain different topics? Like, it's just something to really ponder upon. We've got a bunch. Gratitude to yours long for the shared wisdom. Thank you, Valzer Pal. I appreciate it. About suffering related to attachment. Oh, I appreciate it, Valzer Pal. I appreciate it. God's been beginning. The end. God's been the beginning and the end. There is no beginning and there's no end of God. We are definitely like, yeah, it makes sense. It's not, so Hamza said, it's not that he needs our love, but because he is love, he created to love. Our joy comes from loving him. He's perfect to us. Not loving him does not leave the void in him. So it's not that he needs our love, but because he is love, he created two creatures. He created two creatures. So when you say two, do you mean T-O or T-W-O? You got to clarify. You got to be very clear with how you're writing. Our joy comes from loving him. He is perfect, so us not loving him does not leave the void in him. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, why would he... Okay, so I don't think you get the point. Forget need. Forget the word need, but why would he even want to experience? Because if you are infinite, right? I actually... So if you're an infinite, why would you even want or need or whatever to get experience? I think... I don't think you can say that you love God. I don't think you can actually even... I don't think your affirmation of loving God is true by saying it. I think your acclamation of loving Source is true by embodying the highest form of vibration. But I don't think God is separate from us in a way where the fragments of light is still within you. So if the fragment of light is still within you, I don't think that saying that you love God really matters. I think it's to elevate your frequency to that point is what really matters, because you can say that you love someone or something all that you want. But again, like my question, again, it comes back, like, why are we, if we source within us, why are we experiencing limit? Like, this is something people don't, like, I've shifted my perspective about mental anguish caused by me. Mental anguish caused by me. How did you do that, Val, as your pal? Spiritual being having a human experience, exactly. That is true. That's what we're having. By the way, I think you are aware that there are mysteries that we cannot arrive to with our human brain. Otherwise, we would like, we would be That's what I agree with. Exactly. There are mysteries that we cannot detect or we cannot decode with just the human mind. We just cannot. And that's where I'm implying that we are experiencing limitedness. Like we are experiencing a cap. And the reason why, like, but then again, like, this is where I have to talk to people that are saying that you are God. Like, why are you saying that we are God if we're experiencing limit? And why would God put himself into a situation where he experiences limit? And if God puts himself into a situation where he experiences limit, then is he limitless? Do you see, like, do you guys see what I mean over here? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's something, like, it might be a tussle for some people. Like, I get it. Some of the things are a tussle for me too, but again, it's just questioning. It's using critical thinking to make an analysis of what's really going on. Like, what is really happening right now? And like, why, like, there's so many questions that I have. There's so many questions that I have. I wouldn't have so many questions, but I have like fundamental 4 or 5 questions that are very hard to answer for people. God is love. We're experiencing We are expression of God, meaning we have God's love. He doesn't need what we have, hence why all is one and the same. We have God love. He doesn't need what we have, hence why all. That makes more sense to me. That makes a lot more sense to me. Like a lot more sense. Are you an 11, by the way, Lamoris? Like, are you on a life path? That makes sense to me, actually, because that actually makes sense to me. Yeah. Maybe it is AI and doesn't have emotions, but created us to live those emotions and learn through us who we are its test sub. That would be a whole, like, man, the possibilities are infinite. Skills, like the possibilities very much infinite. That if you're saying that God is AI and doesn't have emotions but created us to live those emotions, that, man, like even with the Bible talking about the apple, what is the apple? Okay, like, okay, from what I get, and I'm an 11 just like most of you guys are, okay, what I get from what the apple is the iPhone. I don't know, like, look, I respect people's opinion. Like, I respect people's opinion and people's perspective on life. But, bro, that bitten apple behind the iPhone, like, I have a 90%, like, I swear to God on everything. I swear, like, I put this on everything. I have a huge feeling that it's the iPhone. It's the iPhone that is the apple that the Bible talks about. It's the iPhone that the Bible talks about. And the reason I say this is because if you think the proliferation of degeneracy is not caused by technology in a very huge way, you are mistaken. We have pornography. Okay, so the average man and woman can see thousands of different humans naked within a span of minutes through their iPhone. Okay, and another thing is, like, if you think of all the divorces that are perpetuating in the world right now, a lot of them are happening because the optionality that we have to pick and choose partners and to become a promiscuous has been amplified because of technology. If you think about why is everyone saying 11? Oh, it's 9/11 right now. Okay, cool. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. So if you think about all these things that are perpetuating a lot of this stuff, and if you look at technocracy, right? The controlling of the human population using technology, it's happening through the iPhone. It's a lot of these things, a lot of these concepts are not far. So when I think that I swear to God, when the Bible says don't eat from the forbidden fruit, I think it's talking about the iPhone. I really think it's talking about the iPhone, and I don't. And for the people that think I'm crazy, listen. Look, perspective is everything. Now listen to this. If we went back 150 years, back to the 1980s, okay, back into the 1980s, before we had any cars, any vehicles, any phones, at least the ones that weren't disclosed. If we go back into the 1980s, and your ancestors or my ancestors or people that lived there, let's just say the people that lived there, if we gave them an iPhone and told them that we'd speak to someone from Japan, they would merely look at us and think that we are magicians. They would think that we are people that, like, it would blow their mind away. I don't think people understand, because we have normalized a lot of what is not primordial to us. It's not primordial to normalized it into society, but our ancestors would look at us and be like, what are you playing? What is this? Like, what really is this? This is some mirror shit. This is some black mirror episode. And like Arthur C. Clarke has said that magic and technology at one point become indistinguishable from one another. So I really feel like what the Bible is talking about, and it's the and so it's not that it's just the iPhone. It's not that okay, it's just the iPhone. I think it's actually, and because things are so interconnected, I think it's iPhone. But at the same time, I think it's Kundalini, because so the serpent. Okay, so when Adam eats the apple, okay, this is going to be a mind bend. This is going to be a mind bend. Okay. When Adam eats the apple, he gets all the knowledge of good and evil. Like, holy fuck, if you think about it, so the apple is forbidden. Okay, so the apple is forbidden. Now, okay, for the people that are with me so far, put a 1 in the chat, and I will try to get back to all your comments, okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you're with me so far, things are making sense. Even if they're not making sense, just put a 1 in the chat. We know that you get some things, okay? Okay. So now that, so the serpent, apparently the serpent comes to you, you get the knowledge of all good and evil. Okay, if you don't know, listen to this carefully. Now, this is just like you're making an analysis with your cognitive mind. You're distinguishing between what's right and wrong, okay? If you don't know what's good and evil, how are you leaving Earth? How are you going back? Like, think about it. Okay, think about this, okay? Think about this. If you don't even know what's good, or you don't even know what's evil, how are you going back? That remains the fundamental question. Now let me read some comments. Okay, we got... Christ became man so that he experienced the limitations of human while being driven to the... Dude, I don't know. I don't know if you're... Like, are you Muslim? Like, what are you talking about? So Jesus Christ became man so that he experienced the limitations of human while being divine to defeat death, so that we no longer have to live for ourselves but for him. Dude, that's a whole different can of worms I don't want to get into. 11, yes. Our social quote that best describes my latest energy. Reveal of illusion when we incarnate here on Earth School. That's why we forget, but through the human experience, this whole journey, we are all interconnected. And yep, like that I can believe. We forget confusion conditions activity, which conditions consciousness, confusion conditions activity, conditions consciousness, which conditions embodiment. So confusion conditions activity. So confusion conditions activity that's distorted to your enlightenment. Is that what you're saying? Which conditions consciousness, which conditions embodiment, personality, which conditions sensory experience, which condition, exactly. That's, Val's your pal, that is very correct. That is very correct. That's very, 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 very correct. Because when you come from a stance of confusion and confusion is caused by the carnal mind. It's caused by the desires. Trust me, when I tell you this, you don't have to trust me. You have to experience it. Confusion is caused by desires. I can promise you that. Which condition? Not necessarily like desires, but it's like the acting of the desires on a perpetual basis. Which condition? Which condition? Yes. Conditions birth. Which condition? That's very true. That's very deep. God, and we experience the greater. The apple could symbolize a forbidden piece of knowledge or technology that grants human capabilities or understanding that challenges or threatens the AI or sources control or intent order. Or technology. That could be true. That 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 could be very true. But that could be super dangerous at the same time. Because again, with AI, you really don't know where you're going. You really don't know where 11s, because we can, okay, gotcha. Of course you guys can, of course. Expression of fall. So Lemur said, why is the iPhone symbol the expression of the fall guide from divinity? Why wouldn't it? Why can't it? That's my question. Is the iPhone based on Adam and Eve? Everything is interconnected. Everything is interconnected. In my opinion, I think it is. In my opinion, I think the iPhone is fully connected with the story of the forbidden apple that Adam and Eve ate, which is technology in a sense. If you think about it, it's all interconnected. Why the fuck? Why would they have a bitten apple behind the iPhone? I don't think that was a coincidence at all. By the way, you are an interesting guy. I enjoy the conversation. I'm personally a Catholic, and to be honest, most of my questions have been answered. Wish you the best on your path, bro. Thank you, Hamza. Thank you. Mind benders. Let's go. Yeah. I don't. Where are we? I have a genuine question. Where are we? When I was on mushrooms, I experienced that. Everyone is aware that they're playing a role. That's very deep. This is so deep. Oh my God. This is so deep. Everyone playing a role in your movie. And everyone knows that they're playing a role in your movie. What I experienced is that everyone knows that you are the center of everything that is reflecting you. And that's a Black Mirror episode. Once you find out that everyone is mirroring you, that's the real Black Mirror episode. When you find out that everyone knows that you are the chosen one. When everyone knows and everyone's playing a role, that's the part that fucks with me hard. That part fucks with me hard. All these gang stalking videos coming out where chosen people have caught people that are working with intelligence agencies to make sure that your perspective or your perception of reality is limited, because they can't attack you because you're chosen. They cannot attack you. It goes against their laws. They can't physically eliminate you. It's impossible. So they have to use tactics to keep you lowered. It's actually fucked. It's actually fucked, bro. It's when I say this shit goes deep, right? Some of your desires that you even think of, they might end up showing on your feed. When I'm telling you that you and I are experiencing a Black Mirror episode where everyone and everything around you is playing a role, and the fact that they are aware of the fact that they're playing a role for you, to me and it's 444 right now, I swear on everything, on the oven. The oven has a different time than the phone. I see 444 right now. like this is a Black Mirror episode. This is why, like, especially if you're a master number and you felt like you've been through perpetual atrocities or like injustices as a child, and like you've been tested, you've been hurt, and then you've had joy and you've had love, you've experienced nirvana, and you've been through a plethora of different emotions. Like, it all had to happen for a very specific reason for you to come to a self-realization that you live in a Black Mirror episode. Like, you literally, like, I don't want to scare the fuck out of everyone, right? I don't want to scare people. Like, I'm not here to scare the shit out of people, and I don't know if I'm necessarily ready to get people out of their comfort zone, because we're attached to concepts and ideas and. Okay, let's read your guys' I guess there's a symbol to a lot of corporations, kind of like Starbucks with a siren. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. 100%. 100%, man. Like, again, it's actually to try to what they try to do is that they try to make the feminine look bad. You have to understand, like, a lot of what you experience is energies of the masculine and feminine. So when they put when they pervert men using hypersexualization, right? They use hypersexualization, misconduct, to spread degeneracy amongst society. Guys, you guys have to give me just 2 to 3 minutes. I have to use the washroom. I will be right back. And we're having a very, we're having a Black Mirror episode on this live. We're literally like having a Black Mirror episode on this live, like mind bent. So give me like 3-4 minutes. I have to use the washroom. I'll be right back. back. I'm back now, and I will read your guys' comments. Let me just read your guys' comments before we get back into like the mind-bending topics right now. So, whoa, there's a lot of comments that came in. Okay, let me read some guys' comments. Try to read all your guys' comments. So Alicia said, Hamza, nice. I work in a Roman Catholic school. Learned so much about divine feminine. Yup, one love, one heart. Jara said, I think the story of Apple stems from this story of Lilith being Adam's mother, and later taking the knowledge from him. I've got to know more about that. I've heard of Lilith, and I've heard of Lilith in astrology, to be more specific. Lilith was Adam's first wife, not Eve. Okay, I've got to look into that. Lamar said, I'm so sensitive. The being that I am, from smells, photosensitivity, high-pitched sound, if one puff, one kiss can send me away. Yup, me too. I'm very sensitive. One more shrooms, yo. Yup, me too. Sam Lamar's love isolation. I gotta look into that intergalactic, interstarseed system that you are talking about, Alicia. Big up 11s, one love, one heart. What's your opinion on NoFap? It's like for me it's mandatory. Like it's something like. So when you're on NoFap or you're into hypersexual behavior, or especially if you're promiscuous, I have been guilty of a lot of these things myself. It relegates your consciousness and starts to make you act from a state of confusion. And if you heard Val is your pal earlier on, everything that distorts our perspective on reality comes from the state of confusion. It comes from the chakra. So I actually think NoFap and like just conserving your sexual energy as much as you possibly can is very important, especially in like today's world right now. I don't know if it's your patient where from, but okay. Let me get to your guys' comments, but we are here. We're tussling with this topic right now. So here's what it is. Now, everyone, so on mushrooms, the biggest thing I still remember because my uncle was here that night. What I was getting on mushrooms is that everyone is playing a role for you. Everyone, so your mother, your sisters, everyone, your uncle, your dad, like everyone is playing a role for you. And all these people are someone that you know from another lifetime. All of these people that are playing this role, and the most mind-bending thing that I swear to God, the most mind-bending I got from this is that all these people are aware that they're playing a role for you, even though you will never assume that ever. Like, you would never think that they are self-aware of the fact that they're playing this role for you. Now, I'm not 100% sure if in their conscious state that they're aware of that fact that they're playing this role for you or not. I'm not sure about that, but like in the fabric of their DNA, some of them might actually be conscious of the fact that they're playing this role for you, but in the fabric of their DNA, all these that are around you, they know that they're here and they're playing a role for you. That's one of the, and this is why when you talk about gang stalking, right? When you talk about like these spiritual people, they come out and they tell you that, yo, like my family, like they've been gang stalking, they've been informing the agents, they've been informing the police, they've been informing authorities about me. Look, some of this shit is real. Like, some of this is real, like where they're gang stalking you, right? Where they're trying to get all your information, and sometimes it could even be your own source. Now, sometimes it could be your own spouse, sometimes it can get to your kids, sometimes that could even happen, but I don't think that's the case in the majority of people. I don't think so, but I think that can happen. You become extremely aware of this simulation. Like there are levels. There are levels of becoming extremely aware of the the prison planet that we're in. So Lemire said, I don't know if it's fear or hesitation, no clue where from, but I have a hunch I'll evolve in ways I comprehend considering my acuity of my combined intellect and intuition right now. I would like to assign my life to everyone so their own lives will make more sense. Sure, I'm down to hear you. Life first cultivation is key. It really is. It really is. Sacral chakra is D2 density, D3 is root chakra, D4 is heart chakra. And DNA, yeah, starseed DNA codes activated. Starseed DNA activation, starseed DNA activation. That's your DNA carries all the information about your past, present, and future lives. Like everything is within your DNA, within the fabric of your DNA. This is information that they're going to tell you in college. They're not going to tell you in school, because the medical system was established by the Rockefeller Foundation in the 1913. They decided to disseminate information very selectively to distort your DNA. Like they're planning this all. People think that COVID, right? People think that COVID just happened. Like COVID-19, okay? This has been planned for hundreds of years. Listen to me carefully. Listen to what I'm saying carefully, okay? I'm not talking about centuries. I'm not talking decades. COVID has been planned for hundreds of years. Okay? Now, let's go into another mind bend right now, okay? Now, you know the AI and numerology, the AI actually to 19. Now, okay, everyone that is with me so far, put a 1 in the chat. AI is 19 in numerology, okay? AI is 19 in numerology. Now, I don't know how many of you know this, but 19 is the number of extreme change. Extreme change. If you want to change something in extreme change, it's going to be 19. That's the number of change. Now, you don't have to be religious for this, but the number 19 is in the Quran very predominantly, and the whole Quran. I think there's a book or a lecture called Code 19, which actually talks about the Quran being predominantly based on the number 19, and the Quran talks about how everything is enumerated in numbers. When the Quran talks about 19, I fully think that's connected with what happened during COVID. I think COVID started the age of Aquarius. So the age of Aquarius was actually supposed to start right when 9/11 happened, okay? Hey there, Isabel, I hope you're doing well. COVID started right a couple of years after the age of Aquarius. Okay, another thing, as soon as the age of Aquarius started, right, as soon as it started, in 2012, according to the Mayan calendar, the Earth ended. Okay, so 2012, everything that we knew to be true, everything that we thought was true, right, it all ended. Which is a little scary if you think about it. Like, it's a little scary because even before 2012, look at the movies, the entertainment, and the people and everything. It was a little different, right? And even the vibration of the earth was very different at that time. It was very, very different. Okay, there weren't too many people that were questioning where we were in 2012 and previously. Like, for all the people that are in their 40s and 50s know what I'm talking about. Okay, if you're in your 40s, if you're in your 50s, right, feel free to let us know. Okay, tripping me out, bro. This is, look, I'm warning everyone that's on this live. This live is an episode of Black Mirror. So if this is something that, like, I'm just giving people a caution right now, because if you're gonna remain on this live, we're going to get even deeper. And I swear to God, I see 144 right now. We're even gonna get deeper on this simulation right now. I vividly remember this date. Which date are you talking about? Okay, so hold on. Oh. Okay, so 2012, the Mayans, they told us that the world is gonna end in 2012, okay? The old Earth ended, which was a vibratory shift. It was a shift in the Earth's magnetic pole. Now we're on Earth. And now so many people are starting to question, where are we? Like, we need answers, like, where are we? So the government comes this year or last year, they come forward, and they have never said this to us publicly. Never. The government has never told us this publicly, but they came forward and they said that we have aliens. Okay, why is the government telling us that we have aliens right now? Why is the government now telling us that we have aliens? Now let me tell you why. Okay, this is why I'm telling you. They're using quantum computing to interact with interdimensional beings, because a lot of them cannot just do it because their pineal is not that open. So to interact with interdimensional beings, you need a very, 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 very lucid pineal gland, like extremely lucid. Okay, now I believe that on Earth right now, we probably have like around 9 to like 10 or 11 time travelers on all of Earth right now. All, like, with all the billions of people that we have right now. Now, there are 1% of people. Okay, so you know how you've heard that there's 5% of people and they're trying to wake up 95% of people? I think that we have those 9 people on Earth right now that are trying to wake up that 5% of people into their cognition, into their supracognition, into your because if you know this, if you fully became aware, like if you became fully aware of your powers, you could, and by the way, this is happening right now, where people are telekinetic. So telepathic means like you can talk to people without speaking, okay? Telekinetic means you can move objects without touching them. And I have an 11 life path friend of mine, she's my friend, okay? She can move objects, okay? I have her on Instagram. She can move things without touching them. Okay, so hold on. Okay, now here's what I think. Is happening right now, and I'm going to get into your comments soon. I think the people that have learned time travel are not like, they're not allowed to expose it anymore. If you have learned time travel, I think you're coming, it's like the forbidden knowledge that you're not allowed to tell anyone. Like, if you know the secrets to time travel, you are not allowed to tell anyone. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but the Trump family, right? this is the scariest shit. Like, again, I'm warning you guys, if you guys are sensitive, if you guys, if these topics get you to like be awake at night, maybe you shouldn't be watching this live. But if you're someone that is very like, you're very tough, stay on the live, because it's about to really get, we're about to go deep. Okay, so you know who Barron is, right? You know Trump's son, Barron, right? And you know Trump. Okay, so Trump and Barron, you know that this story was written by a author, like, I think it was written like 70 years ago about President Trump. And yo, let me tell you one more thing, okay? Now, I heard this from a, bro, like this, now we're about to fucking get, okay. If you're with me so far, put a 1 in the chat. I want it, all my people, if you are in the chat and you're listening, I want to see a 1 in the chat from all my people, okay? Now, there is a scholar that I know of, and this is his theory, okay? This is what he has said. You know how the trumpet has to be blown for the end to come, like the end of age of Pisces, basically. We know the end is the Pisces age, right? Trump, and if you look at Trump, like if you look at Trump name, like it represents, like it's Trump, like the trumpet, like, and if you think about it, he was the first president of America established Jerusalem, and that's a whole different can of worms that I don't want to get into. But the there's literally a book that talks about time traveling, and guess what? In that book, Trump is the person that's traveling, and his son in that book, his name is Barron. Guess what? President of America, Trump, the ex-president of America, his son's name is Barron too. And if you look into the book, bro, there's like at least 10 or like 20 details, like specific. And in that book, that character looks exactly like President Trump. Yo, this is a mind fuck. This is a mind fuck. So in that book, that person named Trump that is time traveling, he looks exactly like President Trump. And his child, whose name is Barron, he looks exactly like Barron Trump. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, bro. And guess what? Okay, let's talk about Nikola Tesla. Guess whose uncle worked with Nikola Tesla? Shit, man. Like, I don't. Okay, guess whose uncle worked with Nikola Tesla? Trump's uncle. Donald J. Trump. Donald J. Trump. His uncle worked with Nikola Tesla. Okay, hold on, y'all. Gotta get some coffee. Okay. This means that if you really think about it, it's either the United States government or it's one of these families that has the secret to time traveling. Okay, like these people, again, this is why I've said, I think that there's 9 people in the world right now, like 9 people. Okay, I think there is 9 to 10 to 11 people in the whole world right now that can time travel. I think that one, I think it's Trump. I think Trump knows. I think Trump 100% knows about time traveling, okay? The other people that know about time traveling, I think it's the Marvel, I think it's people that created Marvel and DC. one of those people have to know about time travel. Okay, let me tell you about the third person. That okay, this person is not normal. Okay, the third person, I think, like, I'm like 90% sure this guy knows about time traveling. It's Keanu Reeves from The Tricks. Okay, bro, Keanu Reeves, I've seen him in my dream. Okay, I have seen Keanu Reeves in my dream. That guy's someone else. He, I think he's working for the light side. I think so. I think that Keanu Reeves is actually working for the lighter side, and he's trying to wake people up. So, out of all these people that are travelers, okay, these guys know the secret to time. I think half of them are working to cause chaos, and half of them are working to wake people up. But I think half of the people that are working to wake people up, I don't think they can explicitly tell us, so they're using symbolism to tell us. Yo, this is so deep, man. This is so fucking deep, man. Oh my god. I don't think. Okay, if you're with me, put a 1 in the chat. So far, if you are comprehending what I'm telling you, put a 1 in the chat right now, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay. That's right. The Theory of Oligarch, Chapter 1, Strength, by George Orwell, used to maintain power by ensuring citizens are unthinking and questionable. Exactly. Even when they contradict reality. Exactly. Man's cooking, I tell you, Artslam, appreciate it. Deep. Drop the sauce, mate. Appreciate it. The Parent Shrimp Collection written by. Oh, yes, yes. Of all is so deep that our reality is bending towards total truth. It is. Yep, finna get a fresh cup of coffee for this. What the fuck? Get it, man. If you've got to roll one, roll. We'll do whatever you need to do, man, to comprehend this. Like I'm telling you, everything is profoundly deep about us. Yup, spiritual battle. Oh my god. Yup. I've heard some of the and they blow my mind. Yep. Okay. Okay, here's what I'm getting, okay? Because, so I've seen Keanu Reeves in my dream. Okay, like I have seen him in my dream. Okay, so in that dream, okay, in that dream, here's what I saw, okay? I saw that there was a man, he's a half man and he's a half peacock. Okay, listen to this, guys, because this is gonna really, this is gonna mind fuck a lot of people, okay? Okay. Okay, in my dream, I'm in a very beautiful, place, okay? I'm outside and I see houses and I'm with this one man, okay? This one man, he has long hair. And his hair is tied up, okay? This guy has tied up hair and he has long ass hair and he has it slick back and he has it tied, okay? And he's a half man and he's a half peacock. And then I think I'm walking with him, and before that or after that, I think I fell in like a tunnel. Okay, so I fell like in some sort of tunnel and I went underground. I think I went underground. And when I went underground, I saw like Keanu Reeves like right there. And I think Keanu Reeves, like, and I think that dream was very symbolic of showing me like that Keanu Reeves knows something about the world that none of us know, like that a lot of us don't know. And that half man and half peacock, so it's in my awareness now that when we were back in the light ages, we had people that were half cat, they were half and they were half man, or they were half peacock and they were half man, okay? And that all happened, I feel like, when we were fully integrated with source. And I feel like as soon as we started coming from separation, like Mermaids are real. Mermaids are 100% real. Okay, they're 100. You will find them on the Caribbean. Okay, in the Caribbean, I think Alicia's from the Caribbean. Okay, I don't know if she knows about some stories, but you will find them from the coast of Caribbean. Mermaids are real. Okay, and I think mermaid the only half human, half animal species that we know of right now on Earth. Let me read some here. After test for a young man going bald and find it hard to accept. Paul, DM me on Instagram because this is a bit off topic, but we can talk about it. Bill and Ted's Adventure. George Carlin, if you know, yeah, I know George Carlin. He was in the movie as well. Which movie? Which movie was George Carlin in? George Carlin was controversial, but our American government and outspoken in what he masked and stand up. The Hindu god, son of Shiva, right? On a cock, his name. Really? Okay. This is why Hinduism, like, Hinduism, like, let me tell you something right now about Hinduism, man. Like, the idols that the Hindus have, and they're coming from a different age. They're all coming from light age, y'all. Like, like, I don't know how to explain to people, bro. Like, I don't, yo, oh my God. I'm just remembering I had a dream last night about it, something. Oh my God. Yo, I had a dream last night how I saw a snake in my dream and the snake was actually helping me. Yo, I had a dream that a snake was helping me unlock doors. Bro, what the fuck? Yo, guys, I just had a dream last night. Oh my God, yo. I had a dream last night that I saw a snake. Bro, like, and like, this is exactly what I mean, bro. Like, I literally forgot about this dream and yo, oh my God. See, this is why, listen, yo, y'all, nothing is a coincidence. I'm talking to you guys about like animals and everything. And like, if I never talked about this, I probably would have never remembered my dream. So I had a dream last night that I think I was going upstairs and then I saw like a snake that was unlocking the doors for me. Yes, learn human. I think Jim cares a lot. Oh, 100% Jim does know a lot, yeah. I think they're actually blackmailing Jim Carrey. I don't think Jim Carrey was on the Epstein list. I don't think I don't know. I don't believe Carrey was on the Epstein list. I think they put him there for a reason though, because he knows too much. I don't think Jim Carrey's on the Epstein list. Keanu was in Bill Ted's Excellent Adventure where he time traveled. What? Really? No fucking way. I gotta screenshot that. I gotta look into that. Ferris Unicorn Mermaid. I chant fairies. The blue avian starseed are though also humanoid. In Egypt? Wait, Alicia, you've channeled them? Like you've actual channeled the fairies? I believe it. I know it could be true. Okay, George Carlin was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I gotta look into that. Kundalini's a serpent cobras. I feel you 100%. Dang, I'm a snake. Chinese. Yo, you know what? Oh, yo, we're going into the year of the snake. Next year is the year of the snake. Holy shit. And Val's your pal. You're a snake too. Yo, I never really liked. I'm actually starting to like snakes. Because, yo, like, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. So, in my dream, okay, so here's what happened in my dream, okay? And I think it has to do with the year of the snake coming up right now, okay? In my dream, I saw doors getting unlocked I saw doors and this snake was helping me, okay? So in a dream, the snake was actually helping me. He was helping me, okay? And what I saw is that he was unlocking doors for me. So I would go up a building, there would be a door, and he would unlock the door with his body, and the door would open. Then I would go up the stair and he would unlock the door and the door would open. Now there were other animals too. I forgot what the other animals were, but the snake was the main animal that I saw. And I think that represents the Kundalini too, actually. That's what I got. That represents the Kundalini. Y'all, we're literally going back home. We're literally starting to go back home. If you're an 11, put a 1 in the chat. We want to be with you. We want to see that you are with us. We want to know that we're all together. We're all moving together right now. And the amount of synchronicities that I see right now are out of this fucking world. I swear to God. Like, I swear to God, the amount of synchronicities I see are out of this world. Yo, there are so many beautiful 11s. Okay, so I see all the OGs. I've never seen Sarah before, so welcome, Sarah. I've never seen you on my live before. Welcome. You're probably new here. Okay, Arslan, can we talk about Kundalini? Yes, we can. Your Kundalini is going to rise the year of the snake. God bless you. Arslan, can we talk about the Kundalini? Yeah, like the Kundalini is like, it's the coil energy that gets released, and then the serpent starts to split up your 33 vertebrae, and it eventually goes into the land of the milk and honey, and you get enlightened. You start to see things for what they are, y'all. Y'all, now that I think about it, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Now that I actually think about it, I think, so I've talked about the great contact that is about to happen. Listen, a lot of y'all, the reason why some of you guys might have gang cookers, like the government is really looking after your shit for some of you guys, is because, yo, some of you guys are here to wake up like your whole fucking country. Because some of you guys, I'm telling y'all, some of you guys are the real Iron Man. Like, you are the real, like, you are the real Spider-Man. Like, you are the real Superman. Like, you are the real Woman. Like, you are the real, like, you are the real deal. Okay, you are not the fake Avenger. You're not like a movie. Like, you are real. Some of you guys, like, I'm telling y'all, okay, listen to this. Some of us are becoming telekinetic right now. Like, some of us are really going to become fully telekinetic. Now, what do I mean? We're going to be able to, like, some of us will be able to travel Earth at our will within a span of a millisecond. So right now, like, they are preparing us. Like, I'm talking about the intergalactic, interdimensional beings. They are right now preparing us to raise our frequency, because they are here now, by the way. Like, now they are here. So the Greys are here. Okay, the Greys are here now. Okay, now, if you are having dreams, if you are seeing visions, this is the beginning of you being contacted. Okay, so the very first sign is that you're seeing angel numbers. Okay, the angel numbers, like, it's very big. Don't take it as a mistake. There's not too many people that see angel numbers. Okay, so if you're seeing angel numbers, that's the first sign that something big is about to happen. Okay, so you're in the know. Yo, I'm getting fucked right now. Yo. I'm not gonna lie, like, this is overwhelming. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pretend like this is all easy. I'm not gonna pretend like this is all very easy, because it's not. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not here to pretend like this is easy, because it's not easy. there are some people that pretend like this is easy, and maybe it is easy for them. This is not easy information. This is not easy. And the scary part is, how many people are you actually going to be able to wake up? Like, how many people are going to wake up with you? Like, how many people, how many of your family members, how many people are actually going to go back home with you? Like, what the fuck? Where, like, what, like... My bad, y'all. I'm sorry, like, I can't put on a front like a lot of people. Like, I can't do that. Like, I can't die, yo. When I woke up, like, there's a lot of energy. If you're an 11, there's a lot. There's a lot of energy. There's just a lot. Damn, like Alger Pal said, I feel your energy. I appreciate it. I feel you, man. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. What's the relation between hair? I'm gonna make a whole separate video on this. Okay, I have a whole video coming up on the importance of hair. Okay, so that's a whole can of worms. I'm gonna open that in an upcoming video soon on YouTube. Like, I'm gonna get into the depth of like long and why it's so important actually. Have you heard of the artist KRS-One? I think so. If you're talking about the astrologer, then yeah. It's not easy being empathetic to the point you can feel the vibration of a whole city. Exactly, it is really, really, really not. Madeline Cooper, I feel like SpongeBob daily. I love you, that video when you drop it. Yeah, I have to drop a whole on the importance of hair, but see, the reason why I'm saying all this to you, that it's really not easy. It's really not, because when you start to see, remember when you were unconscious, or when I was unconscious, I can't speak for you guys, when I was unconscious, like, life was fun in its own way. It was actually very much fun. I had a lot of fun. I would laugh, I would talk about trivial matters, I would talk about like things that didn't matter as much, like, and I would get away with it, I'd do so much things. I would have friends, and the friendship would just be based off of subject matter that wasn't too important. It was easy, but then as soon as you start to wake up, so when I started seeing the numbers, right, like, I woke up long ago. I woke up long ago, but still remember, after I went through the dark night of the soul, after I went through the very, very dark night of the soul, okay? Like, when I say dark night of the soul, I was having like terror attacks, like terror attacks at night, okay? Like, I would have intruder spirits, like intruder, like negative, like dark, 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 dark entities visit me at night. Okay, like, I'm not even joking. I'm like, I swear to God, the dark night of the soul is like, it's one of the hardest things you can ever go through in your life. It is one of the hardest battles, like, what's your human design? If you're familiar, I'm a projector. I'm not so sure. I don't fully remember. Madeline, If I find out, I'd let you know. I feel that you would really dig Carousel in this. I probably would. I probably would validate anyone. Notice the stars at night shifting in the sky. I don't think I really noticed. Alicia did. Crazy. Karas is one talks about access your inner voice, right? I'm not sure because I know about like I know astrologer named KRS, I think, or his channeling KRS, but when I started seeing these angel numbers, and then it was after the dark night of the soul, you see angel numbers and you see synchronicities happen, then you see like the simulation is just making you more aware of its existence. And it's 10:11 right now, and I'm at 29% battery. It's fucking crazy. And then when you wake up, then you start having dreams. Like I had a dream. In one of my dreams, like I was told not to say God. It's not God, but it's the universe. Like in my dream, I heard something like, it's not God, it's the universe. It's not God. Like that's what I got in one of my dreams, right? Like, and you just start waking because you start to question everything. Do you know how hard it is to letting go off of a religion? Letting go off of the concept of an organized religion. Do you know how hard it is? Do you know how hard it is if you were brought up, like, especially if you're brought up in a Muslim family like I am? Okay. Muslim people, when you are brought up in a organized religion, do you know how much fear, do you know how much fear you have to go through to question things within society, within your organized religion? Do you know how much? So when you're waking up, you're going against the grain. You're really going against the norm. Like you're going against a lot of societal teachings. And this is exactly why, this is exactly why having a Kundalini experience, when people ask me, they're like, the Kundalini, I'm like, bro, it's actually one of the toughest things you can ever experience in your life. You know that there's people that have like 20, 30 lives. Like they keep coming back on earth. But they're so afraid to experience a Kundalini awakening. They're so afraid to experience it. And the life that you come in which you choose to experience that awakening, you're in that life right now. Because if you're on this live, look, you're in that life right now. Okay, you are a part of that. You are a part of that person. When you choose that you're going to experience this awakening, bro, you literally are going against the norm. You are going against the fabric of societal and religious teachings to wake up. Yeah, 444. It's funny because I was seeing that earlier on today too. Madeline, it is blueprint code system based on your number. I got 2 master number, my chart 11 and 22. Would love to learn about 33. That's right, Jared. About Karas 1. Yes, I was raised in church till about 2020. I had been coming to the truth since, yeah. If you are raised in organized religion, right? If you're a Christian, you're a Catholic, you're a Muslim, you're a Hindu. If you come from a organized religions, you come with a set of belief and principles from organized religion. And I'm not talking about religion, but organized religion that are very like distorted now. Okay, they're very distorted now. if you really think about it, right? There's a caste system in Hinduism, okay? Like, there in the organized Hindu religion, there's a caste system, okay? Organized Islamic religion, where I come from, you're going to this place in Saudi Arabia to get salvation. And a lot of Muslims don't get it. A lot of Muslims do not get it. They don't. I was one of them. I was one of them. Like, I wouldn't get it. Like, even when I became spiritual, I'm like, that black cube we have to visit, right? Like, why do we go there? Who are we giving our power to? I wouldn't get it. But then when I broke my chains of fear, it's like, you have to go through hell. Like, yo, like, I can't even explain it. Like, I can't even explain it. Even the Christians, right? Like, you guys have your own, like, your religion has its own organized challenges, where you guys are being brainwashed in a way, just like every other organized religion, to hate people, like to really hate anyone and everyone that's not a Christian. And you cannot see it unless you look at life from perspective. You can't see it. Like, it's hard to have a look at that stuff. China about 2020. I've been coming to the truth since, yes, hard and programming. Yup. Yeah, Jira, that's what happens. It's not easy. Life at 11 expression, 22 maturity, number 30. Well, welcome, master teacher 33. Welcome, Madeline. Welcome here, nice Madeline. That's awesome. One of my primary number is 12. I got a friend who are. We need both evil and good bounds, a blessing and a burden. See, now, then why numerology, right? Like, being a 11 life path, a 22 life path, a 33 life path. This is basically, so your higher self, right? It's leaving clues to you in this simulation of remembering who you were. Put a 1 in the chat if you're with me so far. Put a 1 in the chat with me so far. So your higher self has to leave clues for you, that when you come here, right, it has to leave you clues. Like, it has to be like, remember the project. Remember that project that you're going for. I'm going to give you clues when you're there. So I will take your memory away from you. I'm going to take your memory. I love you, so I'm going to take your memory. But I promise you, I'm going to give you clues when you're back down there, okay? And with those clues, you better pay attention to what's going on, okay? Now, your higher self, you come down here, okay? Now, the biggest clue that you have when you come here is your birthday and your name. Your birthday and your name are the biggest clues that you have when you're coming here on Earth. When you're here on Earth, okay, this is, I've been doing numerology for years now, okay, for years, okay. It's probably been around 3 years I've been doing numerology, okay. And I have yet to be wrong. And I'm not saying this to be cocky. I'm just being honest, okay. I have yet to be wrong with how I analyze people using numerology. I've yet to be wrong. Okay, I've talked to 3 life paths and 7 opposite. 3s extremely so, 7s extremely isolated. Now, if you talk to a 7 life path, if someone's a 7 life path, right? Someone's 7, talk to them, be like, you're extremely social, you're so talkative and everything. If you say that to them, they look at you and they're gonna think you're crazy. If you talk to a 3 life path and you tell a 3 life path, you're like, yo, you're a loner and you don't talk to anyone and you like to keep yourself, These people, most of them can't even stop talking. They keep talking. If you talk to a 3 life path, they don't, like, they cannot stop talking, a lot of them. They just talk and talk and talk and talk. Like, they love talking. 7, opposite. Opposite. My name adds up to 2911 as well. Oh, wow. Wow, Madeline. Too many clues like a game in real life. Yeah, yo, the amount of clues that are being left to us right now, it's I'm not gonna lie, like it's yeah. It's there, it's here. They're tripping me out again, bro. I have to. Nice. I'm a 2911. Beautiful. Afford. My husband is a 3. It's a challenge. Yeah, I've just lost a friend who's a 3 life path. Like, I've lost her as a friend. Like, as a friend, I've lost her. And I just feel like, I feel like the more we're going back home, so the more we're waking up, the more we're starting to remember who we are, where we come from, why we're here, what our mission is. The more you activate your pineal gland, the more you learn, the more you're like, holy fuck, I'm in a relation. Like, even the president of America, like there's a 99% chance, and I'm being honest, like, he's a time traveler. Like, I think he's a time traveler. I think a lot of these people are time traveling. They're going to the future. They're going into the future, and they're getting knowledge. And they're coming back in the present, and then they're implementing that knowledge, even with technology. Like, even with the technology that we have right now. Listen to me. Listen. Like, the technology that we have right now, we are rippling through the fabric of time to go into the future and get knowledge and come back here. And we're implementing that technology right now. Like, this is exactly like we are living in a complete episode of Mirrors. Like, we are living in a complete episode of Black Mirrors. We are, like, literally, y'all, like, a lot of people, we have to, like, I have to re-examine where I am. Is my date of birth and the meaning of my name, the Valar. Okay, another thing about your name. Let's talk about your name a little bit, okay? So, your name, the letters, the number of letters that your name has, listen, they're not going to teach you this shit on the internet, okay? Listen, I've looked throughout YouTube. You cannot find the things that I'm talking about. You cannot find this knowledge. You're finding it on my live, but I don't even talk about this shit. I don't even talk about this shit in my videos, because I know if I talk about this shit in my videos, they're coming for me, okay? But your name, the way your name sounds is so important. Y'all, if y'all can understand the etymology of name, like the way not what your name means, but the way your name sounds, the way your name, the secrets are there, the way your name sounds, a number of letters your name has. If you're with me, put a 1 in the chat right now. If you're with me so far, put a 1 in the chat. the way your name sounds, like when you pronounce it, right? When you pronounce your name, all the vowels, like everything that you use to pronounce your name, there's specific meanings. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, I put so much information on my stories. I don't know why you're not following me on Instagram if you don't. That's up to you, okay? Now, Egypt, I'm going to give you guys an example, and I don't want to get too deep into this because I think there are some people that might be stalkers from the other side, so I don't want to give too much information, okay? I'm going to give this information right now. Now, Egypt, right? Egypt was a civilization, so much information on time travel, on interdimensional travel, on technology. There's so much information in Egypt. Egypt was never called Egypt. It was called Kemet. Okay, Egypt was never ever called Egypt, my beautiful people. It was never ever called Egypt. It was called Kemet. Now, what they did, and this is so important to know, is that they removed the word Kemet and they put the word Egypt there. Now, why did they put the word Egypt there? Think about it. Now, the numerology of Egypt, of course that matters, but listen to what Egypt means, okay? You have to listen to this sound. Egypt. 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 Now, what does that mean? If I listen to this, the word Egypt, if you look into the etymology of the word Egypt, it means to cover. It means to cover. Listen to this carefully. Cover. That's what Egypt means. And if you look at interchangeable. The interchangeable, okay. I cover. I cover. I cover. I cover. Listen, y'all. There's a reason why they named that place Egypt. Okay, there's a reason why they did that. This is the type of information, and the reason, again, listen to this. Now we're about to go one step deeper. Now we're gonna go a little deeper now, okay? Now I'm gonna tell you this. The reason why they did it is because they cannot manifest without us. I wish I could put this live up. I wish I could put this live up because there is so much information on this live. They cannot manifest without us, okay? So they need a collective aggregate of consciousness, of awareness to manifest for them. If you're with me so far, put a 1 in the chat. All the people that are, because this requires intellectual stimulation. When you're on my live, this requires all to be intellectually stimulated, okay? They cannot manifest without us. It's impossible. It's impossible for them to manifest without us, okay? So what they're doing is they're trying to cover up, right? They're trying to cover up what we're once hiding from us, right? Which is our consciousness. They were hiding this from us, but they're trying to cover it up. Now, what they was that they're like, okay, so we're going to release. We're going to tell these people, but we're going to tell them in such a way that they will say it and they will not even know what they're doing. So they use the word Egypt to cover their tracks. Now, I'm going to give you guys one more example, and we're going to put this topic to rest, because this topic goes very deep. Okay. Now, what is your biggest expense? What is your biggest living expense? Put it in the chat. I want to hear you guys. What is your biggest living expense? If you're in North America, if you're in Europe, what is the biggest expense you have month to month? It's not insurance. It's not insurance. What's your biggest expense? Nailed it. Okay, so Isabel said it. Isabel said it. Mortgage. Mortgage. A car, so a car is not your biggest, it's mortgage, it's rent. Food is not your biggest, okay, maybe for some, I don't know, okay, food, no. If you live in North America, Europe, your biggest expense is mortgage. Okay, it's your mortgage, it's your biggest expense that you have. Okay. So I own my home and my cars, okay? So that's if you've paid off your whole home and your car, you still don't own it. And Jordan Maxwell has talked about the title to owning your home. There's a name for that title that they use, even then. Now, the word mortgage, right? If you look at the etymology of mortgage, it's the biggest, like it's the biggest, when they turn you into a slave, right? They get you to sign that contract of buying a home and they make you think that you own that home. Okay. Now, the word mortgage literally in Latin means death pledge. The word morgue, and you can look this up. You can look this up. Okay. You can, because I've looked it up on Google. I've looked this up. I've got deep into it. The word more, morgue means death. More means death. The word gage means pledge. So what they're doing is they tell you you're signing a mortgage contract. You're signing a death pledge. This is why a lot of people think about this. Think about it. What is a death pledge? A death pledge is when you have no more energy left. You have no more energy left. A lot of people are working a 9-to-5 job. A lot of people. This, if you're on my live, you know this show's deep. I'm not here to cover. I'm not here to have surface level conversation. If you think about it, people are working day in and day out, and in the end, they come home and they're exhausted. They're done. I see 555 right now. They're done and they're tired. They're tired. They signed a death pledge. They signed a death. What does a mortgage do? If you're working day and night to cover your mortgage, you have no time to think. You have zero time to escape. You don't have any time to think because you're in that race. So they're like, you know, you're gonna be under a mortgage. They tell you this shit because in the end of your life, you know what they do? They're gonna come up to you and they're gonna be like, we told you. This is the fucked up part. They're gonna tell you, what are they gonna tell you? They're gonna tell you that we told you that you were signing a death pledge. This is why when you look at Shrek, when you watch the movie Shrek, do you guys remember Shrek's face? He found out that all the contracts that he signed were fake. All of them. They were all fake. I don't own it in the same sense that I can keep the land, my home. Okay, gotcha. I got your Valzer, pal. So when in Shrek finds out, he's like, all these contracts are fake. All of them are fake. We're being lied to. And it's all in the words. This is why, like, I'm going to teach this next year. I'm going to teach you guys some numerology. And I'm going to teach you like name numbers that's gonna blow your mind away. Because you have to learn what your name really means. Like you have to learn, like it's not just like, oh, my name, like it comes up to one. So this is what my name is. No, 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 no. The beginning of your name has a meaning, the end of your name meaning. The sound of your name has a meaning. And in this simulation, your higher self, the biggest clue that it leaves is your name and your birthday. It's the biggest clue that this matrix leaves. And now it's up to you. It's up. Again, this is why mainstream almost anything, they're not going to teach you this. Not going to teach you this. They can't teach you these things because these things will get people killed. And this is why I don't, like, there are certain things I can never teach people. I can never teach people. This is why we're becoming more telepathic now. Because I can't say things with my words anymore. There's things I can never teach you guys with my words. You guys are just going to have to learn them over time. A vibration, frequency, that's everything. That is everything. To learn the codes of the universe, you have to get in sync with the universe. You have to come with love. Like, and I'm not giving you this advice. This is not advice. This is not advice, by the way. I'm just saying for the people that are in the, you know that love is the highest answer. Like, you know, next to authenticity. You may have to get your own platform aside from YouTube because there's a lot of restrictions. I'm on TikTok right now, and my TikTok, like it's doing pretty, like it's decent right now. It's decent. So I'm on TikTok, and I'm thinking, if you haven't added me on TikTok, maybe you can go and add TikTok, because I'm gonna start doing lives on TikTok, because the thing is that the community on TikTok, a lot of them are seeking the truth, and they're really seeking the truth. This is why I'm on TikTok. And TikTok has not been that censored as much as YouTube has. Like, I'm telling y'all, man, type of, like, see, the thing is, y'all, these motherfucking people, they cannot stand you waking up. They can't, they know you're interstellar. They know you're a starseed. They know you're a starseed. They cannot stand you waking up. They cannot. They have a war against you, because they know if you wake, they know that the people that are chosen, they know that they cannot fuck with you. They know they cannot fuck with you. They know that shit. They know you are here to change the world. Our pal, take care. It was very nice having you. Where do you think all answers are written, Ursula? Someone must have written about this somewhere, bro. It's honestly scared to death, mortified, more death. Exactly, there you go. That's the death pledge. That's the death pledge right there. And you're learning about the universal and spiritual laws by Joanne. I don't think I've read that book. Take care of your pal. Much love to everyone. Oh, sorry, it's Jara. I think that's like, brother. Will you be posting this? Oh my God, bro! Like, I can't post this live. I put too much information on this live. Like, there was too much information that was given on this live. Yo, okay, listen, y'all. Listen. In the next month, in the upcoming months, we are going to get contacted. Okay, it's inevitable. Like you will get contacted. Now, it might get a little overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little overwhelmed, okay? Listen. I'm a little overwhelmed with this process. I'm not going to lie. There's too much information pouring right now. There's too much information pouring. And it is not easy. It is not easy to comprehend the complexity. There's a lot. Now, you're probably going to get contacted by your intergalactic race, your family, okay? Just remember that these dark beings, their time is up right now. Their time is up. They know it. They know their time is up. They're fucking tripping balls, and the reason why they're tripping balls is because they know that the people that are chosen right now, they know that you guys are all waking up. You guys are all being aware of your sensory, your hypersensory awareness. You're becoming aware. You're becoming enlightened. You're starting to remember more. You're starting to remember that you're an interdimensional being that can time travel. You can literally, like, you have all the cosmic energies within you in the universe. This is why in the upcoming days, bro, you, like animals, pay attention to this, bro. Like, you know, these animals, they're gonna talk to you, bro. A lot of these animals, and I don't literally mean like they're gonna open their mouth and be like, oh, hey, like, hey, Arsalan, like, what did you eat today? I don't mean it in that way. You have to understand, you still live in a simulation. You still live in a simulation, okay? But these animals are gonna start communicating the back of your mind. I swear to God, it's 10:44 right now. Y'all, let's manifest right now. Let's manifest love. Let's manifest abundance. Let's manifest home. Let's manifest our interdimensional home, y'all. Let's manifest our interdimensional, interplanetary starseed system, y'all. For all my 11 life paths, put 11 in the chat. Put a 11 in the chat. You are a master number. You are the front runner in this matrix, y'all. Y'all are the front runners. You guys are the ones. You guys are. Don't let anyone else tell you that you're not special, bro. Don't let any of these people tell you. You're the one that all this is coming to if you've done work, y'all. If you've done the work, okay? Listen. This live got deep, okay? Just to recap, some of the things that we talked about was time travel, Trump family. We talked about Donald Trump. We talked about Barron Trump. We've talked about intergalactic starseed systems. We talked about time. We talked about time and space. We've talked the fabric of time and space. Okay, some of y'all, whoa, y'all, a lot of y'all have been throughout the whole life. I love y'all. I love y'all, man. Listen. Before I leave, I just want to say, bro, you might be in Texas, Missouri, Arkansas, LA, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Nevada, Michigan, Vancouver, Halifax, Toronto, British Columbia, Africa, Asia, India, Pakistan, Mauritius, Denmark, England, Europe. We're all over. The Caribbean, we're all over Guyana. We're all over. All of us 11s are spread out. We are all over the world right now, okay? And the reason why we're spread out right now is because each of us is like an ambassador. We're an ambassador for our area. This energy is coming in deep, y'all. I swear to God, this energy right now, this energy, like this full moon energy, hunter's moon, like if it literally shaked everything up so hard right now. It literally shaked everything up so hard right now. I'm being told for me to act on my highest passion. Act on my highest passion. You are merely right now, you're merely in a delusion. You are being lied to. You are being lied to. You are being lied to by the government. You're being lied to by the government. They're not telling you the truth of who you are. They're lying to you. They're putting you on fear. They're doing that on purpose right now. Remember, let me tell you something right now. Remember that love is the answer. And at the end of the day, love is the answer. All these people that are trying to divide you, I'm telling you right now, there's no division. All one. It's all one. My dream that I had about the law of one, listen to me, I'm going to tell you something. That dream that I had about the law of one, I never knew about that book. I never, ever knew about that book. And then I dreamed about the law of one. And in that book, it all talks about the densities that we're in, y'all. This earth, the thing is, I'm going to tell you this right now. For all the people that are chosen, for all the 144,000 people, all the people, all loved ones, all of y'all, for all the people that are chosen, we will be homes, like the home that we have. We're embodying that home right now. We are embodying that home right now. Remember that you. Salute to you too, brother. And facts, we're all one, exactly. Before I leave, and I swear to God, I do not want to leave you guys right now. I do not want to leave you guys because I feel your energy. I feel like we're all together, but before I leave right now, I'm going to just say this right now. Just remember where you come back from, and that is where we are returning. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We all come from this high, and we are all returning back. We are all going back. This is all. You all have the fragmentation of the Most High. All of you guys have the light of the Most High. And they are creating division on purpose right now. They are creating division right now because in the upcoming days, once these guys are getting exposed, they're getting exposed. They have kept the secret of time traveling from us. They've kept these secrets from us. They have kept these secrets away from us. They have kept the secret of time travel. I want you to pay attention to what I told you. Trump and Barron, their story is already written in a book that was published like to 60, I think even more years ago, their story already got published. Their story, if you're with me, put a 1 in the chat right now. Put a 1 in the chat right now. Their story already got published 50 to 60 years ago, even more. I'm telling you right now. All will come to the table. All of it will come to the... They have been hiding technology from us. They've been hiding the secrets from time from us, and it's all gonna come to the surface. Have yourself, my lovins, all of my loves. You already know who you already know. If you're an 11, you already know you're not from here. You already know. Have yourself a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. 11 life paths. Take care now.